Who wants to recap last session?
We talked to a goblin, got details about the invasion being led by mind flayers with a strange not beholder creature, and Zira got herself murked by herself and reincarnated as Cora the Halfling. That was a 4.5 hour session.
Yeah, in hindsight, I thought it was going to take a lot quicker, but we really dragged that one out, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes
thought it was
just trying to do a good job.
Oh,
You
by
gotta
the
take
way,
a while.
hold on. I think we need to circle back and talk about Faye's unnecessary fucking
Oh, you're
elective
right.
surgery.
That is
Hey.
true.
Uh-huh.
I did
Oh, yeah.
forget that
Yeah.
Faye had one of her eyes removed and her
Yeah.
skull ground down to fit in a
Some real Odin shit.
magical beholder eye that serves as the nexus for all of
Mhm.
the circles of the pond.
Uh-huh.
So,
It's
now
cool.
we have Faye on call 24 hours.
Yeah. Huh.
It's probably the character out of the party you wanted to talk to most anyway.
Yeah.
Hope those missing circlets aren't in the wrong hands.
Ah.
Yeah.
You're gonna be getting some crank calls from a bunch of fucking teenagers. Found this fucking circlet.
Oh my god.
By
that's-
teenagers, you do mean Faye, right?
We do know that at least one circlet is currently in possession of. There's currently a black dragon in possession of at least one of those circlets.
I think they could have a civil conversation.
So,
They could be pen pals.
Yeah, we're gonna be pen pals.
Yeah.
Cool.
His name is probably something with a
honestly,
bunch of
all
G's.
them, and
What's
there's
up,
no
Greg?
positive way to take this. Of all of the characters in this party, Black Dragon and Faye does make a little bit of the most sense.
Ooh,
Yeah.
spicy.
Shots fired.
What is the black dragon's name? I'm betting it has a G and an X in it, and not where you think they'd be.
Alamazarak. So no.
Alamazarak. Wow,
yeah.
no G or
Alamazarak,
X.
yeah.
Fuck me.
But black dragons are known for their psychopathy. Like, even among dragons, black dragons are...
They're like
pretty
white
bad.
dragons, but marginally smarter.
They're
White dragons are animalistic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're bestial.
Black dragons delight in pain.
Oh man, I should fucking hook up with one of those.
well in
What I'm
specifically
saying.
sadism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess Faye's not that far. I think. I don't know. Maybe there's the side of Faye we don't know.
Oh Christ. I love this. This is fantastic.
Anyway,
know?
that's what we did.
The before talk has gone on long enough. If we're starting to discuss, sort of, I just hate the theme of what you just said. Is all I'm trying to express. I don't have words for it.
We can just leave it where it is.
I'd love to. No, I'd love to actually. In fact, I'd love to erase it from existence.
Too late.
Too late.
Hey, sorry everybody, I got pulled away for a second. Have we done the recap yet?
Yep.
Yes.
The recap's done.
Faye has a new eye. We we have a new party member, and we have new information. Recap complete.
Faye has a new
Also,
eye
I feel
here.
like we also glossed over the attempt to scry on Bren, and I believe that was also the session where Pete. No, it was 2 sessions ago where Pete spied on home. Never mind.
No, that was
Yeah.
last week as well.
Was
That was
it?
the end of last week.
Yeah, 2 sessions ago was when he called his mom and was like, "Hey, needs
Mom,
to
come pick
deal with
me up.
some
I'm
shit."
scared.
Yeah, he's like, "I need to deal with some shit, but I'm also coming home, but I'm okay. I'm also
Everyone
scared."
here is mean to me. Can you come with me?
These people are doing drugs and drinking alcohol.
Hey! This isn't Thursday.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel
This
like
is a
we're
good
like the
Christian
most.
party.
This is like the most sober character I have ever made unintentionally.
This
We
is a
are good.
surprisingly sober party.
We are good Christian people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Sure.
mean, granted, you didn't see Willow in Waterdeep. I was planning on making her an absolute party animal.
we just a little bit of murder. It's
Oh,
only
yeah,
one of
yeah.
the cardinal sins. Just
Good
one.
Christian folk
Mhm.
committing murders.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
It's
like
like-
this. I don't like this point of the conversation.
It's just a little bit of wrath. That's all we got.
Oh,
Call it
boy.
a crusade.
Call it a
Oh.
crusade.
We-
Cleanse the
we
unholy from the Holy Land.
It's all about branding.
We can't do this
We
because it's
can't
getting
do this.
we can't do this because it's getting too close to what you guys actually do and call it. So like we can't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
branding.
Yeah, we can't. We
Branding.
can't.
No, I
Yeah.
disagree that this is a good direction for branding, and I'm not ready to have a board meeting on our branding right now.
We call it
Please.
heroism. Do we have a group name? Did we ever
No.
decide on that?
Oh god, no. Don't, let's not bring that back up.
last time I left it was Panarin's Precocious Pals.
That
It
was
never. It was never. It was
It
never
was always
that.
that. It's always that. It's always that, and it's always been that in my heart.
yeah.
And
Fuck
that's
me.
why you guys don't get brand deals.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it is. It
Never
is.
gonna get sponsored by fucking Coke.
Pepsi, thank you.
Okay, fair enough.
But I mean,
Welcome-
Sprite
welcome
is a
to-
Coke product, and
welcome
we
to
have
Parents
Sprite
Precocious
Pepsi.
Pals.
How is this?
Welcome
I
to Panarin's
know.
Precocious
What have
Pals. Would you
done?
like to try a
crossed the
Dugarita?
streams.
I did. I did.
Also, in Faye's defense of Penman's Precocious Pals, in the letter that she wrote Oryx when she left the party the first time, that is exactly what she called us.
That is, yeah.
That is a callback that I did not think
Yeah.
of until now.
I hate that that's like what we didn't say no to. Like I feel like when it was brought up, we said no, and then just Faye kept on using it because she like it tickled her for some reason, and then
Well,
we just let it happen
Okay,
because
so
we didn't give a shit.
Here's
None
the
of us
thing.
gave a shit.
Also,
if I'm-
also
if I'm the
importantly
only
is that
one
it has
saying the
never been the
name.
case that you have introduced yourselves in
Exactly.
any manner that way. So her continuing to think of you that way has had no bearing on any of your social interactions. Thank
Right.
God.
Well, thanks for that, Sarah. The next time we introduce ourselves to someone.
Yeah, you're
would
gonna get
make-
decked in the face by like 8 people.
Also, it would make less sense with no Panrin in the party. So
That's what makes me so fucking pleased about it, Ted. I don't
Who
think
is
you know
Panrin?
me.
Oh, haven't you heard?
Lord Panarin Stroganoff of the Outlands.
Oh boy. Okay. So as far as I can gather, basically, you know, having re-listened to last week and doing the recap now, I don't think we got enough roleplay shit done last week. In at least so much as we can say, practical work, preparation, or personal tasks that needed to be completed. So we're doing that again today. We got more loose spaghetti today. So this is the day after Cora has arrived. After she has
very
been.
nice way to put it.
Yeah, it is. It is a nice way of putting it. Thank
like
you.
that.
It's the day after Cora has arrived. It is after she has had some clothes purchased for her, and other things that have happened. What still needs to be done? Where do you guys want to go? What do you want to do?
For me, I know I have probably taken up too much time with getting other people to do shopping quest for me, but I do need +1 studded +1 studded leather armor again, which I mean, it's Waterdeep. Shouldn't be that hard to find, right?
Do you want glamour studded leather?
How much that's gonna cost me?
I don't know. I gotta find out.
Okay.
Give me a second. No, you're good. Anything else while I'm looking that up? Oh, I got a price. I got a price for $2,000 for that.
$2,000 it is.
All right. Small price to pay to look however the fuck you want.
Damn straight. Yeah, I think the look of choosing is gonna be like, oh man, is gonna be like Red's outfit, which I'll find a picture. Go ahead with other stuff.
Cool.
Red from Transistor.
No, Red from Lily's game. But it's also yeah, that's a powerful outfit. Gosh, love
Yeah,
Red from
it is.
Transistor.
Red is literally my
Yeah.
desktop background.
I mean, it's a good one.
All right. Any? Oh my gosh, my throat is already sore. Hold on.
Oh no.
Bodes
We broke
well.
her early, guys.
No, it's the smoke from Cali.
Ah.
Yeah.
Sorry
you
about
know,
that.
I'm not in Cali.
Yeah,
so
it's a
definitely
gigafire
worse,
now.
but
It's officially a gigafire. That's not even a joke.
yeah, it's bad news.
Oh my
The
god,
world
that's
is
fantastic.
ending.
Yeah, it's about time, really.
Yeah.
It's been long enough. Mulligan.
Look, if it's gonna be the end of times, can you just give me a head start, please? I got things to do first.
Right. Okay. Anybody else? Stuff that you want to be doing?
Razik is probably still at Falconmere, hanging out with Leander and whoever's over there, trying to get information about what is going on in Waterdeep and what additional sort of rescue or stabilization missions are necessary.
Mm-hmm.
We should consider talking to the Blackstaff. I'm assuming that as the person in charge of Waterdeep. Okay, that's a little generous given the whole Lords of Waterdeep situation, but the person who is kind of at the top, among the top of the pyramid, like given our past history in Waterdeep, we might not want to operate without their express permission and blessing this time.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll have time for us?
I mean, I understand they're busy, but I would think that a reasonably powerful group of adventurers offering their help would be something that they would listen to or, want to talk about.
Yeah, I guess we are doing
especially-
the thing where they're going to be busy with, so it's
Yeah.
related.
Plus, I mean, we did blow up a city block last time, so I kind of feel like if they think we're operating just on our own devices again, that we may end up back in the trust box as a precaution.
I think the potential for collateral damage is way less this time. I mean, the whole
Yeah, but
entire
they don't
district
know
sunk into
that.
the city.
I mean, like, they don't know that we will cause less damage. Than we
Right.
did
I
last
think
time.
I think it's worth it to go and visit, just for the intel alone.
Plus, they may
God,
have
my
a
voice is all over.
specific target that we could be useful in dealing with.
Well, yes, I mean, I think it makes sense. Tell them everything we know, offer off services, and be done with it.
Yeah, sounds about good.
I mean, if they're not interested in having us do anything, then what exactly are we going to do here in Waterdeep? Fight the Mind Flayers and the officials?
Let's worry about that bridge when we come to it.
I agree.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
You think Decker's our best in for the Blackstaff, or should we just go up?
Oh,
to,
100%.
We're not
We could
gonna.
also just go up to the.
We'll go up on our own and try and get in on our own, so that we don't have to bother Deca unless we absolutely have to.
Or maybe
That's a good
Jenth. Jenth was there last time, right? When we spoke to the Blackstaff. I mean, 2 times
Yeah,
ago,
well-
not the time that we blew up.
Jarenth?
Yes.
Jenth.
No. There's going to be a half elf coming from another dimension. And,
Look, I'm already
Jaren.
I'm already trying to navigate Razik and Leander. Let's not make this any more complicated than it needs to be.
Oh.
Is this a crossover episode?
Not yet.
Not yet.
but yes, Jarenth. Jarenth was there when we spoke to the Blackstaff about Sprite Pepsi, so maybe Jarenth, who was in the Enclave, right? Physically, I mean, obviously she's a part of the Enclave.
If we
you
are not
guys-
able to get in on our own, I will ask Jaren.
You guys have been here now for about 2 days, and she has not really made an appearance at Falconmere that you've been able to see.
Yeah, in that case, you might already be there.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, okay. If we need help, we'll go ahead and ask Decker. And yeah. We'll try on our own though first. And anything else? I mean, like there's probably like a line of people, you know, with everyone displaced and everything.
I imagine most of those aren't going to go directly to the Blackstaff, though.
That's fair, but I mean, like, the whole. She gestures kind of vaguely with her arms. You know, the whole sort of castle part thing.
You can head out to Blackstaff Tower and are going to not be allowed to pass.
Do we get like a reason why?
Yeah, basically what you're told is that the archmages within are busy and do not want to be interrupted.
Well, are the Archmages aware that Lord Decante is dead?
We can inform them for you.
Well, if they have any need of the services from the people that killed him, I will be at Falconmere.
Yeah, they know who we are. So if you tell them we're offering our help, they'll have, I'm sure, an easy time coming.
All right. Okay. Do you go and get Decker, or do you just let this go?
I can't imagine getting Decker and barging our way in there is going to ingratiate or make them even a slight bit more willing to listen to our offer of help. So
Up to you.
Yeah, and Razik thinks, oh, sweet, mission accomplished. Like,
Mhm.
we
Yeah.
passed along the information, told them we're willing to help. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds fair.
All right.
Well,
Sorry, I need to get water. You guys get going.
to couch this disappointment, I got some of you gifts.
Well, it's nice.
I have swapped out one of my infusions at 9th level for some goggles of night. of which I have created 2. Our non-dark vision members have dark vision. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
I find these difficult to keep on my face.
Wait. Oh no, you have double sight. I was about to say. Or warlock. Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, I have double sight.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know what
I
I'm
can
thinking.
see in Technicolor at night, baby. Just regular old seeing. The sun never sets for the Empire of Korra.
Huh.
It's like,
Yeah, that was something you came back on.
The thing that sparked that conversation is that I have made 2 sets of fucking goggles at night, baby. with my
Greatly
infusions.
appreciated.
Passing those out to the people who don't
Yeah,
have
hell yeah.
dark vision.
That me.
Valor's
If-
just trying to figure out how to keep him on his face.
Yeah.
I realized
difficult.
that I had been keeping a spare slot on a radiant weapon for a while, which I have never
Oh.
used.
Oh,
Oh,
Don't worry about it.
good job.
it's been so
actually, that-
long.
It's
Oh.
been so long.
Nice.
Zero, or,
Nice, nice,
excuse
nice,
me.
nice.
Cora, you have magic armor now, right?
magic armor as in... Oh, this? Yeah.
So you don't need my enhanced defense infusion either.
No. No, I don't. Yeah, sorry about that. I
No, that's
I
fine,
figured...
that's fine. I have something I can get built finally.
Great.
What are my infusions on? Holy crap.
Oh, also, speaking of things that I have currently, I'm going to, like, probably for the first time in a while, like, she, like, lost her watch somewhere or something. She's gonna, like, look at her wrists frantically. Does she still have the thread? Or is the shadow thread on Zira?
The item or the vein?
Yes.
The item?
The shadow thread, the thing that Faye and I have.
Yeah,
From,
yeah.
yeah.
If you if you took it off and left it with your things for you to return to,
I could not take it off. Is the thing.
oh,
It
that's
was
right.
unable to be removed from my body.
That's so no, you don't have it.
I
It's
will
okay.
try and. I
Mine
will
is
try
under-
and. Oh,
Oh.
oh shit. I'll try and like summon my dagger. Probably won't work, but yeah,
Correct. That does
Right.
not work.
correct. It doesn't work. Oh man. Well, you know,
Do you want mine?
didn't you say it was inert? I'm pretty sure they work in a pair, right?
I try to take mine off.
You can take it off.
Yeah, I'll try and put it on.
It doesn't activate. Yeah, doesn't do anything.
Right.
And in fact,
think-
Lily, yours is also inert while you have it.
I think it doesn't work anymore since you died.
You may need to contact the angry baby.
Yeah,
That's a good plan.
you know, I think I don't want to be yelled at from the bosses until I, you know, am home safe.
One sec. I'll try prayer.
To the angry baby?
No.
Probably the person that they. Oh my.
Oh yeah. And also, if you don't mind retconning this, I'd love to get like more, at least one more charge or two. Let's get 2 more charges of like components for Find Familiar, because I've been
Sure.
burning through those a lot.
Yeah. That's fine. That's something you can do
Okay.
today.
Gotcha.
Faye wants to try praying. Do you have a spell?
No. I'm just gonna pray on it.
Just
All right. Lovely.
just
This has worked out for me exactly twice in the past, so we'll see.
Razik has moved away from the group.
Dear angry hot topic mom.
Ow.
Okay. Well, well, well.
That does sting a little bit. I'm not
Yeah, that
gonna
one hurt.
lie.
That one hurt.
Well,
There is fully no response, Faye. No indication, no thoughts, no impressions, no me asking for you to make a check.
Well, that's weird. I stand up. No
what's
response.
weird? Yeah, no, that's perfectly normal. It's the Raven Queen.
No,
Wait.
I mean, the last couple times I've done that, there's been something to reach out to. Not this time.
Cora looks. Cora kind of crosses her arms and looks a little cross.
What?
Well, I never get contact straight from the boss
We've been
herself.
over this. You have some sort of weird inferiority complex about the fact that I can usually talk to the Raven Queen. It's like, it's not a big deal. Our jobs are different.
I suppose. Sorry. I suppose. Ah! I forget where this voice is.
Pitch it
It's
up,
okay.
pitch it up.
It'll take time.
Pitch it up, pitch it up.
All right.
Uh,
Yeah.
Out of pure curiosity, I am going to attempt to cast a cleric spell
Cool.
on myself. Shield of Faith, I guess.
It does not work.
Of course it doesn't.
Mm,
And
boy.
the light of your armor is gray.
mm.
Well,
What
Wait.
what you doing?
What?
What's going on?
I seem to have lost my connection to the Shadowfell. You still got it?
My bird is, I assume, perched on me.
Mm-hmm.
I will transform into the bird again. That work, right?
Yes, that works.
Yep. Nope. That's perfectly fine with me.
Well, must
Uh,
be a personal problem.
I prestidigitation some like a poof of black smoke, I guess. Yep.
Your magic
Everything
works.
seems fine by me.
Apparently I have a personal errand I need to run.
You want any accompaniment?
Yes, because I'm existentially scared in a way that I haven't been since I found religion.
Yeah, that seems to be a real bad way. I mean, Harville seemed pretty messed up about it. So did Panrin.
Yeah,
Do you require protection?
of a sort, I think. But let's not jump the gun on anything. I'm probably just worrying too much over nothing. Right, guys? Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Cora shrugs and nods her head.
What are you worried about?
I'm gonna go see a high priest of some kind. Do we have those? I feel like I've asked you this before.
I feel like I've done some research on this, but I forgot the answer. It's the answer is no, and it's
Yeah.
just like Shadar-kai that worship her, but the only problem is their settlements are either in the Shadowfell or like they make war camps if they're trying to raid, or they're like, rare in
Yeah.
other
And they don't
places.
have
Yeah.
they don't have what would be recognized as the organization of an institutional religion.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're just born into
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
Exactly.
you guys having the ranks that you have, which have been indicated to you by the imps, is the closest that you understand to there being in any way a hierarchy within what could be considered this church.
All right. Well, I need to talk to Crate
Wait, is something wrong with your magics?
Yes.
Wait, you can. Sorry, have you lost all magic? Like I
Yes.
don't know how like real casting works, but can
In-
you still do like your regular? I don't know, whatever you went to school for.
Oh,
Jesus, it's
that's
so
not-
tempting to talk at zero.
That's not like specifically me casting magic so much as it is me channeling magic through. It's kind of like the difference between, I don't know, you would paddle a boat and I would kind of just put a wind fan on it and let it go.
Cora nods as if she understands this
S-
perfectly.
So, I mean, if I lost personal magic ability, it wouldn't really affect my ability to create magic items, as far as I understand.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, sure. I'll get Crete on the line. I will find a place. Sorry. Are we just hanging out in the Enclave? Because I feel like that's warded. I just have a intuitive feel that there's
The-
some sort of ward in here.
The literal estate and home of a demigod? That's a sensible assumption.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and probably find an inn nearby, pay for a room, and
Perform your
Yes,
dark
it's-
arts.
Summon the angry baby.
Summon
Yeah.
baby.
the best dark arts are performed in motel rooms.
Oh!
Yikes!
Oh wow.
Oh no!
Well,
Okay.
Gosh.
I was
I
envisioning
mean-
like a blood circle.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I just imagined working
Well,
at a motel.
Exa-
I
and-
was gonna
exactly,
say,
no,
I
no.
hope you tip the Motel 6 staff very well.
ex-
after-
Exactly. Yeah.
When you do
like-
your dark arts, you go to someone else's space so you don't
Yeah.
have to clean up after.
Oh, that's
You use up
Awful.
all their
Yeah,
towels.
cleaning staff is not paid enough.
No, okay, Sarah, this isn't half as awful as what fucking Sean was up to in goddamn Umbral Empire, alright?
no, you're right. Okay, you're right. But like,
We've
I
seen worse.
expect that from him.
We've seen worse.
That is what I expect from him on the weekly. So that didn't
Oh,
really freak me out.
I feel like I missed something.
You were just dunking on
Yes.
Sean.
yeah.
I'll go ahead and take some time to summon him in our motel room. I don't know who is with me or who
Me,
wants to be
At
present.
least.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
Razik
obviously,
is in whatever common area of this inn. He's not in the hotel room with you.
Yeah.
He's down
Close
there.
enough
Valor
to
doesn't wanna talk to
respond
the
to
baby.
danger, not close
Correct.
enough to be involved with religion.
Correct.
Yeah, alright. I got you.
Is anybody in there with the two of them? Valor, are you out with Razik?
Yeah.
Okay, then
I do
Oryx
not
will
wish
go.
to talk to the angry baby.
Oryx.
I love the way
Oryx
you
will
said
go in
that.
the room if they want someone with them.
I mean,
Is this
you're-
something you
you're
need to do?
welcome.
Just to put a pin in something, we'll go through all of this, but Razik would like to have a conversation with Valor while this is going on, but let's deal with this first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cool. All right, you have to cast Find Familiar because he got roasted. Yeah, okay. Hey, everybody!
hey there.
Welcome to the material plane. Hey, you wouldn't happen to have access to like records of any kind?
He starts doing a long, like, cat stretch and says, yeah. And then he gets up and crosses his arms and starts stretching in front of him. What's
I
up?
think I fucked up somehow.
Uh-huh.
I'm not intimately sure how, because when I got inducted into this religion, I wasn't really given any guidelines or rules, even though I asked for them a lot of times.
Yeah, that's kind of how it works. But,
Alright.
yeah,
Cool.
no, you definitely fucked up real bad. And
Alright,
he,
define.
because you guys are about the same height, he just reaches over and pokes your stone eye.
Oh. Sorry, what?
That's an artifact from Outer Planes, miss.
Oh. And?
Probably
And
an HR
well,
violation.
it's a conflict of interests.
Sorry, this belongs to someone?
Yeah, the person you ripped it out of their.
I
You
killed
ripped
that
it.
guy.
The person that he got it from, well,
Man,
was the
with
one
that.
who made it and is where the power comes from. And there's kind of there's not a lot of overlap that the Queen of Darkness likes to muddy her business with, particularly in the layers of the abyss.
Ooh, that's an. Wait. That's an abyssal artifact?
Sorry, wait, what?
He was a beholder. Shouldn't he be
Correct.
getting it from out of wherever the fuck beholders are from?
Well, first of all, that's
Well,
racist.
Beholders
No.
actually come from the abyss, in a manner of speaking. They're the mother of all beholders. The Great Mother is a creature that is from far, far beyond, but has taken up residence more recently amongst some demons.
Oh, like Tiamat.
Yes.
Gross. Great. Cool. Awesome. I wish I had known
I'm sorry.
this.
You said the Great Mother. I'm sorry to interrupt this conversation.
Yeah, we
Oh,
definitely
hi!
killed her.
No, we killed her avatar.
Ah, what an ego you have!
we killed her avatar, not
Yeah.
her. Which begs the question: why is she letting me use this if I fucked up her avatar to death?
Maybe she thought that was impressive. Maybe she likes that someone is using the artifact. Maybe she doesn't have control over it. Or maybe she's trying to spy on you.
Well, in any case, I should probably get this out of my fucking skull.
You could.
Will that, like, bring her powers back?
No, they're probably gonna have to undergo some sort of atonement if I understand religion correctly.
I'm pretty sure that's not how we operate, but yeah, okay.
I mean, at least an apology. Although it was a complete accident.
I look at Kreet.
He shrugs.
Yeah, that's fair. It's kind of hard to get a read on that lady, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Does,
Kind of her whole thing.
Oryx, you were saying something.
I was going back to the Great Mother and the whole thing with Decanter being dead, but everything's still going on. We've always assumed that the people on the list were working for Decanter, but really, when the list was compiled, it was just allies. So if he was subordinate to someone else, we've assumed that whatever was going on in the woods was something that he was going to do.
Right.
The Trollbark Forest, I'm sorry.
And not the Great Mother
Yeah.
itself.
Maybe we stopped it by banishing her avatar.
Well, we cut off the tie to the material plane there, so if nothing else, we've made it extremely difficult. Or I
Also
should just
angry.
say more difficult.
And if I'm gathering any clues right, they've been trying to summon something? Which might be another avatar or the Great
Oh,
Mother herself.
no.
Ooh.
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah, that's.
I
That
wonder if
might
I
be
can-
what they're. Hey, whoa,
Of
wait,
course,
hold
the,
on.
the circle. Hold on, because the circle that was in Decanter's lair, that had been there for a long time.
It wasn't complete. Sprite Pepsi was okay. Sprite Pepsi was like translating bits and pieces of like a circle. We gave it to the black stuff the first time, and she said that it was a fragment of some sort of summoning magic. So when we saw that it wasn't complete at Decanter's thing, they might have been trying to relay that to him. Also, it worries me that they are in water deep. I don't know, not to speak ill of the Black Staff, but I don't know whether we can trust their staff. We do have, like, it's only a fragment we gave them, but Decanter's little circle only needed a few more to be completed, or it was incomplete. In any case, we don't want it to be like someone inside having access to any part of it.
Yeah, but if they're gonna, what I don't understand is if why summon it there? That
Well,
tower
because-
is out in the middle of nowhere. Why not summon her here in Waterdeep, or it? Because she had an avatar in the Trollbark Forest when presumably when that circle was started. Because the werewolves of the Trollbark Forest have been there for a while.
I mean, you're right. You're very much right. It would
I
be.
think she had to have been there because Rolst, his mother, was went down that well.
Yeah. I mean, like, you're right. It would be weird to summon another avatar or the thing itself out there, but I think them having a foothold in Waterdeep is way more concerning. And I don't think it's that hard to, like, translate some sort of summoning magic that's already complete somewhere in here, especially
True.
past all the wards and stuff.
Test it out there so that you know it works in here.
Right.
I see what you're saying.
I don't think they had time or an opportunity to test it because it wasn't finished.
Yeah,
Uh,
because we stopped Sprite Pepsi from giving them details. Although I have to imagine they'll find something else.
Hey, not to sound like an irresponsible person, which I am, but have we checked on the boy recently? Did Valor did they go and check on Sprite Pepsi and how he was doing?
Yeah, we saw him before we went to Fallen Lands.
After that.
No, I mean that was 2 days ago. A couple weeks. Yeah, well, yeah, not that long ago. I don't know. Time is weird.
It is. Yeah, we've done a lot of stuff in quite a little bit of time. Teleportation makes things kind of hazy, doesn't it? Yeah. I just... In any case... Oh,
Yeah,
Kate.
none of this really solves Faye's problem here. Yours.
Right. So, that thing out of your skull and potentially get your powers back? Maybe. Don't know if it's worth it to you, but... Oh, the band. How about that, Kate? I lost it with when I killed Zira.
Oh, you're in trouble.
Like how much trouble?
Well, I mean, you're actually not really in any trouble. You're just, well, you lost it. Can't use it.
okay.
Is there some way to get those things back?
Probably off of my body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Problem.
It is. It's not worth going back for. Not now, at least.
But didn't that thing link you to Faye?
In a way, yeah.
So
We could-
then potentially whoever has it can somebody else who has it use it, Creep?
No. No. Not unless they're
No.
bound to the shadow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, that doesn't sound like something that a group of deadly thieves and assassins might be bound.
Well, that's not my problem technically. I was dead while it was gone.
wait. No, never mind. I was about to ask her. Never.
Yeah, I was actually gonna take it off before I, went and did that whole deed, but, couldn't. So, oh well.
I mean,
Go ahead.
no. I got nothing. But what does that mean for Faye getting her? Well, I guess Eric's. Well, at least you have Creep back.
Yep. Welcome back, by the way.
Yep, good to be back. He looks over at Faye and puts his hand on her face, pats her cheek, and then starts walking around the room.
Should she be doing that? Should we be worried? I feel like we should be worried.
Faye is catatonic.
You all right
Faye.
there?
Oh boy.
Faye appears incapable of responding.
Oh boy.
Oh, you know what? It occurs to me that she might have been contacted by somebody. We just might want to let this run itself out.
What? Hold on. Hold on. Should be able to. I will put on my circlet of the bond that I've been carrying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Zira, if I don't wake up in a few... Excuse me, I'm sorry, Cora. I don't wake up in a few minutes. Do me a favor and pull this off my head.
Will do. Cora
put-
starts quietly counting.
You put on the circlet, and there is nothing that happens.
Okay, that's a bad sign.
Oh, what happened?
Well, the last time we were talking to Harville, I could put this on and go into Faye's mind house hut
Mhm.
thing. Yeah, nothing's happening. So, Razik, Valor, we're we got a situation here.
Did you hear that, Vala?
I figure while there's
Yeah, there's a good like hour and 10 minutes for Valor and Razik to have a conversation. So I think
Yeah, let's go over to that.
We'll cut to that and end with it. End with us
Yeah.
bounding up the stairs, responding to.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey Vala, it's nice to have you back.
Yes.
Yeah, you were sort of gone there for a while.
I was not gone.
Well, I mean, like physically you were here, but you just weren't yourself.
Yes, but I was still here. Just a different part.
Yeah. Well, I've been thinking. It is nice to have you back, but there's a lot about your past that you don't know, correct?
Correct?
What do you think? What do you think was going on with you in those times that you can't remember?
I know that my memory was intentionally violated. To serve my purpose properly.
I see. So it's not like you were asleep or something.
I was aware for my duties, but my perception was altered.
Hmm. Well, what about those other versions of you that we found?
I am not entirely sure.
Do 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 you think they have perceptions too?
I do not think so. I think I was them for a time, but I am the finished product. That is my theory.
I see. So those things are sort of inert.
I believe so.
Inert, sort of like the statues that were all around that place.
Perhaps.
You know, I spoke with Pete and I spoke with Oryx, and they had different opinions about whether or not we should bring the people that are those statues now back to life.
Why would you not do so?
Well, Pete pointed out that some of those people might be dangerous.
That is perhaps true. But do they deserve to be made stone?
Well, deserve it or not, they are stone. The question we're faced with is, what do we do with him now?
This is a quandary. I believe they should be released.
You believe they should be released because it's the right thing to do? It's the heroic thing to do?
I do not know if it is the right thing to do. It is the heroic thing to do, yes.
I see. Well, I guess that ain't nothing. Hey, did you hear something?
I believe Oryx is shouting.
Let's go.
All right, everyone's upstairs with Faye sitting on the ground with not a blank stare. She is watching the moving creatures in the room as a child watches small critters, watches an anthill.
Well, what's going on?
Faye's not responding. We just learned that the eye that she implanted is an abyssal artifact from the Great Mother.
Who
Also,
now?
she's not responding to the circlets.
Right, the circlet of the bond isn't working. The Great Mother, big evil beholder, we killed her avatar.
In the cave.
Yeah,
In the Trollbark Forest.
we need to get her out of here,
Ooh,
and get that thing out of her
Yep.
skull.
I was going to say, we need to get that out, but I wanted somebody to be here who could help her if this went wrong.
Oh, I was, wow. I was thinking we were going to carry her to a surgeon again, but
Quick medicine check on Faye. Like, does this look like she's concussed or some other form of brain damage?
Not brain damage, just behaving like an animal.
Yeah.
Razik's gonna squat down and look in her eye and try and talk to her a bit, and presumably get no reaction. And so we'll cast that.
And you are restored to clarity, Faye.
Oh no. Oh, that was feeble mind.
Oh, it sure was.
Oh fuck. That's bad.
Oh, okay.
That's bad. Oh.
Glad that worked, Razik, because my next plan was to just pull that thing out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I blink a few times. Hey
You,
guys.
you back with us,
Yeah,
Faye?
I don't think I don't think she likes that I have it.
Do you want me to pull it out?
No,
It will
No,
not
but I
be
do-
pleasant.
no, I do want it out. Yeah, I do want it out. I do want it out. I do need to see someone. Oh boy, I need to see somebody. Somebody important.
Did you save your old eye?
Somebody
Did-
powerful.
She-
No. It's not important right now. It's not important right now. I'm linked to something that does not want me linked to it. Ugh.
This is becoming a recurring theme.
It sure is. I'm gonna I think I've learned my lesson.
If you asked, we would give advisement.
I feel like a
Okay,
fish on
hardly
air.
Yeah. Where do you need to go?
I need to go. I need to see someone who can take this out of me first, and then
Who put it in?
someone else.
You will not go back to them.
No. I'll go back. It's fine. They were a fine surgeon.
You-
I'll be out of commission for a day. I just need to. After that, I'm gonna need. Okay, one thing at a time.
Do you want someone to go with you?
Yes, I need. Probably all of you.
We will attend. To make sure you do not go off on solo adventures.
Oh no, I won't be doing that anymore. Oh boy.
Are you well enough to walk?
Yeah.
You sure?
You
yeah.
You don't have to walk, and I will wild shape into a mastiff.
I appreciate that, Razik, but I didn't have to walk anyway. I have Ava. I get on Razik, I guess. It's a nice gesture.
I can't help myself. Razik pees on Ava.
Oh my gosh! What?
I wish you wouldn't, but she is.
That will
waterproof.
rust.
She's waterproof for almost
Ah,
this
that's
exact reason.
How did you do that?
It's just like a thin lacquer.
I
Anyway,
require lacquer.
oh,
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I could probably do that.
Guide,
For you.
guide
Let's
Razik
go.
and all of us.
Okay. Head
I
back.
mean, well,
Ugh.
you head back to Novelle's.
Yep.
Okay. And what happens when you get there?
Hey, I need this eye removed.
You know that thing you did the other day? I need you to undo it already.
right, that weird mad science shit I had you do the other day. Let's undo that.
Turns out it was actually, in fact, a bad idea.
He
remember me joking that it was a cursed object? Man, feels good.
why?
It's
Counterpoint, we really did need it when we saw
Marvel, yeah, that's
Marvel.
fair.
So
it's the tool of an enemy I tried to turn to my own use, and it went very poorly. That was a bad calculated risk.
Okay. You will just be left with not only an open socket, but an irreparably scarred skull, and the rest
Yes.
of your flesh has already been.
Throw
You
some
asked
glass
very-
in there, all right? I don't care. Take it out of me.
All right.
Would you like
Um,
one of my eye orbs?
Oh God. No, Valor, I think I'm fine. Thanks.
I do not think it will glow in your head, if that helps.
I think I'm fine. Thanks.
Well, we can remove it tomorrow. You do have to make appointments. This is still
Okay.
a business.
All right. I'm sorry. It's just I had a pretty bad experience, and I wasn't thinking super clearly or at all for a while.
I am sorry for what exactly has happened.
You
so
don't want to know.
It was an eldritch villain.
this
No,
is
it's
technically in some fashion because of your requested speedy recovery.
Oh God.
I am concerned that any part of this might be reflected poorly on my business and my practice.
Medical
no,
negligence.
No. This is a me thing. This is a me thing, buddy.
Beller.
I've been making mistakes like this since I was born, and boy, has it usually. I failed upwards a lot, and now I'm feeling downwards. And it's not a good change of pace.
Doctor, will you please rectify this medical negligence?
This is the worst. This is the worst.
She is
possible
having
thing I
a
could've-
Bit
it
of a
is-
moment.
It has escalated so bad, and this is the worst one I could have failed at. I was so confident.
I can't fucking breathe.
There were so many eyes. So many eyes.
He says you can come back tomorrow in order to find if you want an eye, you got to work on acquiring an eye. Otherwise, you're not going to have an eye.
All right. Can I buy like an ersatz eye? Is that a thing? Like a prosthetic?
You probably could, but again, your head got shape changed a little
I mean,
bit.
I'm just gonna. It's just gonna need to be a bigger eye. It should fit in there.
Yeah.
You could just get you a gem that
requires
looks
some,
like that.
Oh my god. We could. I don't know. We could force. I mean, I could try and get them
You're
to do
gonna have a
reconstructive
guppy eye.
surgery, but that would take too long to recover from.
You're gonna have a guppy eye.
what
Yeah.
I'm saying is if you have an item crafted, which is what is going to be the minimum required, that's also going to take a day or two, unless you have an opportunity. I don't think you do, but
could
to swap
technically-
infusions and make your own.
Yeah. I think I have to do that on a level.
Yeah, and I swapped away from Prost. I can't help you.
Yeah. Well, bad timing. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to live without an eye for now.
We could also Faye, talk to the folks at the Enclave. Maybe they can regrow
might-
your old one.
I mean, yeah. One of them might be able to cast Regenerate above the table, but fucking I feel like this is not Faye's primary concern is having another eye.
I feel like the lack of depth perception might become an issue.
It's going to be problematic, but it's not her primary concern right now. Her primary concern is she wants to see an archpriest or a wizard of some kind. I need a consultation.
Okay. Who do you want to talk to? I know that's a broad question, but like,
Faye does not care. Who is available?
Oh, we could talk to
Probably start with
Vivian.
science. That's where she is. Is Vivian around?
Well, no, I guess that wouldn't work. But she's a powerful wizard.
I need like an archmage, like someone who's very knowledgeable about planar entities and binding pacts.
That does not sound good.
I realized a few things while I was looking into an endless void of giant eyes, and one of them was that maybe I deserve better than someone who won't let me know when I've pissed them off until it's a life or death situation. I don't mean to talk heresy. Sorry, Cora. But
Perhaps now is the time for elaboration.
my old god kicked ass. We had holidays about laughing, and I was like, oh man, this is so lame. And now, this new one did make me age a bunch of years to learn a lesson, which, like, I appreciate it. All right, I get it. I needed it. But also, fuck that a little bit. You know, I've only got like a couple years left in me, max. Like, I should be treated better.
I look at Kreet and then I say, did you make her do that? Because I'm pretty sure she did that herself. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did all of that yourself, though.
You did.
Sounds like
I did.
your
I didn't
volition.
have respect for myself, all right? I've gained it.
When
Yeah,
did you gain it?
but you're still blaming
After I
it on.
cut my eye out, but before I had a terribly harrowing
Ah.
near-death experience.
Dramatically too late.
Dramatically too late. Yes, correct, Valor.
You'd think that after the aging thing, she really started with a questioning everything, but no.
It
Yeah.
started then, but it didn't come into anything till now. I'm a little bit slow
I find
sometimes.
myself agreeing with the angry baby.
You know what?
Yeah.
Fuck you guys. I deserve better than this too. I'm gonna go
I
seek a
mean-
consultation.
I
Okay.
feel like I look at Valor, then back at Kreet, and I say, I feel like something was missed about responsibility and accountability, but I'm not going to be the one that tells her.
Oh, definitely.
She's not wrong.
no.
Why Pray to
uh,
a god that doesn't care about you.
I mean,
I mean,
that's
I say
fair.
this. I say this having spent most of my life in adulation of someone who will one day destroy me. Your gods
Yeah.
should love you. If they
Why-
don't, you're doing something wrong.
You bring up a fair point, but like the source, she was blaming the source of her problems on the Raven Queen. The Raven Queen didn't guide her to or from any of those decisions. So
I gave her 3 opportunities to back out, and she didn't take any of them.
I was standing
Yeah.
right outside the door listening to you people. Fuck you guys. Also, I didn't blame the Raven Queen. I just said I deserve better than her. I didn't used to think I did, but I do. All right?
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
I
you're not-
made
you weren't
those
talking
mistakes and I
okay.
own them. But also, I don't need to continue making those mistakes. I'm
You go,
done.
girl.
Yeah.
yeah, you just
If
don't
only
make those
Crete had
mistakes
realized
again.
this before he was like, you know, someone's bitch forever.
Yeah, you should march right up to the Fortress of Misery and tell it to her face.
I'll do it.
You wanna?
Kinda. I don't know. She doesn't care. That's the point.
I believe I've been persuaded
Kayla,
to Razik's position on gods.
yeah, if I didn't know any better, I'd be probably with Razik.
They seem unpleasant, and I do not know why you would pray to them.
I feel it's very important that we acknowledge that the Raven Queen is, in fact, not a god.
Yep.
That is news to me.
That is also news to me.
Wait, you didn't know that?
Oh, I didn't
feel-
do a lot of research.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I was
That
in a really bad
mostly me.
place. I was just
I
ready
think-
to throw my life into someone else's hands and be like, fine, this is good enough. But you know what? She doesn't care.
Yeah, because
And
she's
I
not a
have to
god.
start caring. I'm gonna go get a consultation.
I heard Arik stammering.
I was just gonna ask, do you want me to go with you somewhere?
Yes,
That's
I
not
grab
here.
your hand and take you out of this building. I have no clue where I'm going.
Haven't we been to a gnomish temple here in Waterdeep before? I feel like we have.
I've
Mhm.
burned bridges there already.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I spent my
So?
entire life disrespecting that man the way that the fucking Raven Queen disrespected me, and I would not blame him in the slightest if the second I walked into his temple, he burned me alive.
why would he do that?
It is a kind of indifference that hurts worse than hate, is what I've learned. Because
But-
at least hate cares.
You don't think they'd be glad that you're back? Isn't that more important?
I don't know.
Well, then let's find out. You were just 5 5 minutes ago talking about how great your god was before.
No, I'm saying that I squandered it. And like I don't
Do I need
know.
to pick you up? I will carry you there.
All right, let's go. It's worth talking about, I guess. But you know what? I'm gonna point out that this was your idea.
I mean, you're taking religious advice from someone whose God will obliterate their soul one day. So be happy. Find a God that's happy for you. And if he doesn't want you, then we'll find one that is.
Maybe
And
I
fuck
don't
that
need
guy.
a god. All right, maybe.
Isn't there something bad that
I'm
happens?
not ready.
No.
I'm not ready to have this conversation yet. I just need to know how to get out of my current shit, and then maybe when I'm more calm and ready to make a rational decision and ready to like actually dedicate myself and not just for the sake of getting out of this terrible, terrible deal I've gotten myself into, then I can make one. Because at this point, wouldn't it just seem disingenuous?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how this stuff works.
At the very
That's
least,
what
it
the
would
priests
feel
are for.
disingenuous to me, and maybe that's what matters. I'm learning a lot about myself today.
The most you can do is start the process. Or the least you
Yes.
can do, I mean. Not the most you can do. Least you can do is start the process.
Does the Church of Garglyttergold have a high priest that's stationed here? Would I know that?
I thought we'd been to it because I didn't want to go in.
We had been to a
'cause-
temple,
Mhm.
but they had priests. But we're probably going to need someone who like is actually pretty knowledgeable about shit like this. Whatever. We might as well just start asking around.
Okay. I mean, you can go to. I mean, you can go to the church
Yeah, I'll
if
go
that's
do
where you want
that.
to start. Like,
I'll do that.
this is very important. Do you want to start your search there, or are you just going to wander? I have several options for you.
What are my options?
It all depends on if you are taking direction or if you are wandering.
I feel like I want to wander, but Oryx wants me to go check in on my church, so I'm gonna go check in on my church.
I
Out of
don't know
respect
where
for
it
her.
is. So, your call.
Okay, great. If it's my call, I'm wandering.
Because I sure as shit won't know where your church is.
You wander. You guys are in the southern part of Waterdeep, because that's where Falconmere is. There is a building that looks like a house, little rundown. The door that is on the ground floor that leads to the second story, a set of stairs that goes up, has a mark of 3 stars on it.
Do I recognize this mark?
Roll a religion.
Gotta be making a lot of these, huh? That.
Not immediately. It looks
Alright.
familiar, though. It really does.
Alright, kick ass. I will go inside, I guess.
You go up the stairs, and as you walk, you hear the sounds of singing and of bare feet on the ground dancing. And there are 4 people here, all dressed in flowing garments, who are enjoying the morning, unlike you have. They are dancing and singing and talking, while a fire burns on the in the fireplace, and dances in a rainbow of colors. And when the door opens, one who is standing near the door turns to you and says, "Oh, are you lost? Come on in if you'd like to rest for a moment. You look is everything all right?
In almost the broadest sense, I am lost, yes.
Come on inside."
I come inside.
It's not very often we have visitors, seeing as our location is a little obfuscated. What are you doing?
Is that on purpose, by the way? I don't want to be intruding.
More of a budget thing?
Ah,
She smiles.
I was unaware that they made religions pay rent.
Well, to have property, whether that be for consecrated ground or not, costs money.
That seems a little insensitive, but I don't. What do I know? Um. So. Uh. Jeez. Where do I even start? I've made a lot of mistakes, and today my eyes have been opened to those mistakes, and I'd like a fresh start.
Oh, well, I'm
What is this? What denomination is this?
we call this place the Temple of Good Cheer. It is a protected space to the goddess of light, pleasure, dancing, Lyra.
Mira does sound like a familiar name, doesn't it? Is that Pete's fool?
Is that you asking me, or are you just saying that in character?
I turned to RX. Is RX in here?
Yeah.
Lyra's
Yes.
Pete's friend, right?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Lyra. In the cave? Pete.
I know who Pete is. I wasn't in
We
the
were
cave
in
or-
Elysium.
Yes.
Did we
What?
not meet this person?
Excuse me, what?
In the cave. I don't know who you're talking about.
While I'm talking to RX, I demonstratively lift my amulet of the plains as if that explains what I just said. The little clockwork pendant that is essentially a little diorama of the plains that works.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean you don't know what I'm talking about? We were there.
I know what you're talking about, but I didn't meet anyone there.
Oh.
There was a fire and some blankets. Razik wouldn't go in. I went outside with Razik and Valor. I slept out there.
A woman came out of the fire. I went inside because I didn't want to leave without meeting her. I think her name was Lyra.
Okay.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess that it's not the same person.
Maybe not.
Okay. Well, if you'd like, you're welcome to stay here and drink. We have some food if you'd like.
That would be a great start. I'm seeking absolution.
Well,
Is this a place for that?
in a
Okay.
manner of speaking.
I'm kind of just letting the universe take me where I'm going. So, it's a little free-spirited right now.
Well, that is exactly the spirit by which most people find worship in Lyra.
That makes a strange kind of sense to me.
She is about expression and passion and feeling.
I feel a lot of that right now.
Well, then I think you found the right place. At least for now.
All right. I have a cursed object in my skull currently, thanks to a series of very bad decisions I've made in my past. I also have a less than savory deal with someone who really could give a shit about if I live or die. That I am definitely gonna try and weasel out from under it, but I'm not gonna bother you with all of that right now because really none of it can start till tomorrow after I get this thing out of my head. So, I'd love to dance actually.
She
I got a
holds
lot
out
of
her hand.
troubles. I'd love to forget them for a while.
She holds out your hand for you.
Oh yeah.
And music from animated instruments picks up to dance.
Animated instruments is a kick-ass. That's just a kick-ass thing to have in your church.
Okay. Anything else you're doing? Do you just hang out here and not think about what happened to you?
I feel like I try to do that. It's also not who Faye is. um, but I also don't want to take up any more time right now if people have shit to do.
Anybody else got stuff they're doing? Adam,
Sure. I'll turn back into Razik and I guess head back to Falconmere. And once there, I am going to attempt to scry on Rolst.
okay. It's hard to tell where he is because it's not like you know the whole planet. But he appears to be out of the forests and is camping. He's got some travel wear on him, but he looks well.
Does the forest look like the Trollbank forest?
He is out of the forests.
Oh, he's out of the forest. Okay.
Mhm.
Can I tell what he's doing? If like, is he? I'm trying to look for context clues as to whether or not he's by himself or with other people. And
By
so-
himself in a
Mhm.
temporary location.
Okay. Cool beans.
Okay.
Sprite Pepsi is like with Faye's family outside of the city, right?
Mm-hmm.
In an inn. Okay. Not enough time to do that.
Cora, anything from you?
No.
Okay.
I guess I'll just probably let everyone. I'll be spending my time at the inn and not Falconmere, just
All
so
right.
Crete can kind of be around and not.
All right. We'll do 5 silver for that. Oryx, you went with Faye to the Temple of Good Cheer. Are you doing anything?
Works. We'll hang out until Faye is done dancing, and
Someone actually sits next to you and regards you and says, "What are you doing here?"
I'm with my friend.
Right, but is she not, the thing she's talking about, is that something you understand? These
Not
troubles?
entirely. No.
Oh, so they weren't your troubles.
I didn't do that. No, she's my friend.
All right, you just there's a presence. Just curious. That's all.
Present?
Yes, you have an aura is a bit of a tacky way of phrasing it, but
But
well, it's about the only thing I could think to say.
I don't really get what you mean. I'm just a kobold. Just here with my friend.
He works an eyebrow and looks at you and says, "Just a kobold." Very well. We're a little bit early, but I think we'll take our break and come back at the top of the hour. All right, we're gonna play. He'll be back. Okay, it sounds like we're kind of a bit stuck right now as far as figuring out what Faye is doing. Faye and Oryx.
Faye's going religion shopping. Is essentially what's happening. Because the last time she took the first thing that was presented to her, didn't work out great.
Okay.
That seems pretty good, but maybe she should explore her options first.
Okay.
This
You don't have to explore all the options tonight, Faye.
Not all the options. No.
Although for a first stop, dancing is and singing, that seems pretty.
Pretty good. Pretty solid
Yeah.
start. Better than the darkness and decay I was on before.
The next one you can find by proximity is the Queen's Spire, which is the temple to Umberlee, which you learn she is also called the Sea Bitch. And everyone in Waterdeep pays homage to her for safety, but everybody hates her.
Yeah,
Pass?
but they're paying real homage right now at the Sea Ward underwater.
Hard
Yeah.
pass.
It's actually pretty crowded here today.
Oh, of course it is.
That feels like a regression from our last trip. Maybe like, yeah, like definitely, yeah, like Valor saying a lateral move from where you're at now.
Yeah. No, thank you.
There's a temple to Gond, the House of Inspired Hands, a crafter, and those who worship those who pray to him pray by work,
Oh,
by
great.
hard labor.
This is me. Well, congratulations. I found my new one.
That's what you
Okay.
want?
Maybe Faye just, take some time, think. You can always come back. They're not going anywhere.
I mean, alright, fine. It's just...
No, I'm just saying we can definitely check it out. It seems like your jam, but
I didn't know this was a thing. Like, I mean, I knew of, Smooth Hands and, the gnome ones, but, they don't really, value hard work so much as they do, languid craftsmanship, and that's never really been me. I didn't get along with the people there.
Is that where you're sticking?
Yes. I'm gonna go check it out.
Okay. So, as it happens, this is definitely, this is kind of up your alley in a lot of ways, and is in fact one of the gods that is often worshipped by the tinkerers of gnome kind, but also particularly dwarves and smiths in general, but is recognized as one of the deity. Oh my god! Whoa, sorry, Logan just yelled.
I heard.
Is recognized as a deity to knowledge and invention specifically, and is subservient in a lot of ways to Ogma because through her discovery can new technology be created. Oh, apparently, regularly is known to have a friendly rivalry with Shanti. Interesting. Yeah, if that's where you want to hang out, you can learn more about him.
I do that.
Okay. You haven't really gone very far, but everywhere you have gone, clerics have always been giving Oryx, second looks. But that doesn't, take that however you want. And,
I don't think I stop here, but I also don't know how much of time we want to actually list out gods. I'm just gonna go visit some more places.
yeah, I've got a couple more beats. There's the Tower of Luck to Timora, a often halfling worshipped deity, because she blesses people with luck. And there is the Temple of Beauty, to the goddess Soon for the goddess of beauty and love. People pray to her when they are lonely.
That feels a little pointed. Also, not sure if they'd like me around. What with my about to be gaping eye hole
Oh, ah!
and an advanced gnome age.
Yeah, there's plenty of shrines and halls, chapels, cathedrals, temples. Wherever you want to go, you pretty much can get a handle of most types of religion, and particularly in Waterdeep, most good to neutral aligned gods. The only one that kind of stands out is Umberlee, but again, that one's a fear thing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Pay
less.
homage or die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, kick ass, kick ass.
What do you do after that?
Probably sleep. I imagine it's been a while.
Yeah. Okay. Okay then. Everybody else? Cora, Valor, and Razik?
Hmm.
I don't know. Valor's either bumming around with Cora or Razik. Probably depending on what either's doing.
What
Uh,
are they doing?
I'll probably ask Razik if he knows any if he has any leads on just the whole situation. I don't know if there's been any talk in the enclave, but I haven't really gotten a chance to ask.
No, I think they've pretty much settled down in the enclave. Their primary focus was on helping the refugees and in the rescue effort. And I think since things have stabilized, there's not really much to do there.
All right. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. How are you adjusting to the new body, Cora?
It's kind of strange for sure. Definitely hard to get the voice in my head that it's my own speaking, but you know, it'll get there. I definitely feel a little bit more comfortable, if that's anything. I don't know if it's the shape of this body, but it's definitely the fact that I am feeling safe for once.
Yeah, maybe it's the fact that there isn't a criminal organization looking for this body.
Right. The amulet helps too. Oh, also, thanks for everything. Didn't mean to be so curt, but there was just a lot going on.
Oh yeah, no problem. It might not have been. Well, might not have been the decision I made, but it's certainly a decision to keep the Zentarum off your trail.
And I appreciate the help,
I
even
do
though
have
it
a
was
question for you.
unpleasant. Yeah.
I do have a question for you though. Well, you were in your old body for a while, and then you died, and then there was some time before you were in this body. What was that in between time like?
You know, I thought it was just gonna be a lot of blackness and then back into the old one, but ended up kind of where I was on the trail to the Fortress of Misery, like I was when Faye took me.
So you were aware of things when you had no body.
Yeah, I actually got to spend time with a friend.
Oh, so it was pleasant time.
Bittersweet, but sure. Better than bad,
Mm. You think
but
those
more
people?
complicated.
You think those people that are petrified are having bittersweet times right now?
Well, I don't know much about, like, the exact magic that goes into petrification, but if they're, like, conscious throughout the whole thing, I couldn't imagine just being in blackness or being aware of the same spot forever, uh, for a long time. Because they're not dead, right? They're still alive in there. They're just turned to stone.
Oh, I'm fairly certain that they are not dead and that they can be reanimated, so to speak.
Right. Then their soul hasn't, like, gone anywhere. So it's still kicking around inside their bodies. Yeah, that's gotta be terrible.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Well, terrible's not good.
No, an eternity of suffering or an eternity of joy or anything experience, period, is better than just nothing, right?
Well, I don't know. I mean, if the rest of your experience is nothing but awful, then maybe no experience is better than that. But there doesn't seem to be any real way to tell.
Yeah,
You
I
know
guess it's
what
all
the
up to
future
opinion.
holds.
Why do you ask?
Well, there are all those petrified creatures um, back in Decanter's old lair. And,
Oh yeah, we're gonna unpetrify them, right?
you know, I'm starting to work on a plan as to whether or not we should do that, and I'm trying to get everybody's opinion, cause I'm just not real sure what to do, quite frankly.
I don't know if my opinion will affect this negatively or positively. You seem to be of the opinion that I make bad decisions.
Oh, well, I don't know that that's an opinion as much as it's a fact, but nonetheless, I don't know what to do, and when I don't know what to do, I try and get more information, and you have certainly offered more information and have some experience that I do not have, and so that that will be helpful in my consideration.
Well, I mean, Cora kind of taps her chin and thinks for a second. I mean, I don't think there's any harm in just unpetrifying them all, as much of a task as that would be. If you are feeling charitable, just why not do all of them? I sorry, I think my issue is I don't see what's the bad side of this.
Well, I think most people have well, like Vala and Oric, I think they have agreed with your position, but Pete at the very good question, which is what if we bring someone back who is even worse than Decanter? Wouldn't it be better to have left them frozen?
I'm sure a long time in petrification would have changed their minds. Most of those people are probably, or from what we saw, were goblins that were probably just trying to raid the place or get their land back, or heroes trying to fight them, or kobolds that tried to fight back, or were insubordinate I guess. I don't think there are any, like, evildoers, and even if there were, like, betrayers that wanted to get their hands on the decanter throne or his position or whatever he had, uh, I'm sure a good long sit down in nothingness would change their mind. Plus, we killed the shit out of Decanter. It's not like we can't. We're more powerful than anything that we could revive out of there. If there's a problem, we'll handle it ourselves. I'm sure taking responsibility for that whole thing won't be difficult, but I'm not sure we need to. Being responsible for the lives of everyone always is just a silly notion.
Oh well, I'm not responsible for anybody's life but my own.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone here is responsible for anyone else's life either. It's just a question of, well, whether or not we might see any real benefit from reanimating these people for us and for those we care about.
Well, I mean, to be frank, there really isn't any direct benefit, but I'm sure it would make a lot of us feel better. Because the resurrection or reanimation of these creatures is going to take time and resources, and that's, it's a cost for what gain? There's no intrinsic gain to this, but I'm sure that that's not important to a lot of people that have opinions on this sort of thing. Or I'm not sure if you want something for it or if you just want to do a good deed. I'm not sure it matters whether or not there's any sort of good or bad thing to come from it. Sorry, the point I'm making is any harm that would come would be negligible to us and the people that we care about. And if you want to feel good about doing this deed, then I'd say just go ahead and do it.
So
Right?
you're suggesting that it's low risk and high reward.
Well, low risk, high reward, depending on the person you are. But
Oh,
yes,
well,
potentially high reward.
I'm Rathic.
Well, then would it make you feel better if those folks were outliving their lives, whatever that may be?
Well, I know Oric said that he knew several of the kobolds that were there, and I did not know them, but there were some lizard folk there as well.
Well, then does it weigh on your mind to keep them there? If you just left today to a far corner of the earth, would you still think about this? Would you think, oh, I could have done something? Or would you just be content knowing that you left a bunch of people there petrified?
Well, just based on the fact that I continue to ask questions about it, I think it is safe to say that I would continue thinking about it.
Then I would just say do it. Low risk, and the reward of relieving the burden from your mind.
It's very interesting. I had not considered that aspect. Thank you, Cole.
Anytime. If I can assist, I know I can't really do much about carrying the creatures, but I owe you.
Well, we will have to get everyone together for a conversation to discuss that topic.
Understood.
And Razik's gonna head back to Falcon Mirror and hang out with Leander a little bit.
And Valor, do you do anything besides just standing around?
I mean, at some point, Valor might just like go for a walk. If only because Valor's never actually gone around and looked at anything in this city. But I don't think
Okay.
Valor's looking for anything in particular.
Okay,
Valor's
Do they
just
need
starting
to-
to get impatient.
I see. What about?
Mainly like that we're not going to fight the villain. This is like the longest uninterrupted time we've had as a group. Not doing anything to fight the villain. And Valor isn't super clear on what phase I thing has to do with the villain or any of that.
Okay. Do they express this to anybody?
I think like probably not, other than like after the first night where Faye went off to go do religious things. Like while Cora and Razik were having that conversation, Valor was just uncharacteristically gone. Valor usually just stands around and either goes into sentry mode and does stuff internally or like contributes. In this case, Valor's just walking around sort of blankly.
Okay. So, if nothing else is happening that day, then we'll go to the next day, where Faye has to get her second surgery in a week done.
Mhm.
Whose fault is it that I'm a dumbass? Couldn't be me.
Couldn't be you. Blame God. That's the best way.
I mean, I feel like this
It's
this
basically
is
God's
this
fault.
exact mentality is what has gotten her into this exact situation.
Pretty much.
More
No,
or
no,
less.
it couldn't be that.
It couldn't be that. It's not that I was.
Sacrificed her youth for perspective, then took her perspective and threw it in the trash.
Hey, I didn't get proper perspective. I got
Uh-huh.
empathy, which is different.
You did. Empathy does not mean good judgment. You're correct.
No, it does
That's
not.
that's my bad.
Yeah.
It means better judgment when dealing with other people. The primary issue is that she did not respect herself
Mm-hmm. This is another mini character arc.
or her bodily health.
Doctor tried really hard to warn you the first time.
He sure did.
I like how you did it like under the auspices of like subterfuge anyway, because you fucking knew that the rest of us would be like, no, don't fucking do it. Like orcs would slap it out of your hand. Like, don't be a fucking idiot. Don't do the thing.
I know. Of course he wouldn't. And now that she has empathy, she would realize
Uh-huh.
that you would do that.
Mm-hmm.
You
Is
remember
that-
the last time we
Uh-huh.
used a magical item that we
Mm-hmm.
didn't fully comprehend and had not bothered to research or identify? Remember how that went the last time?
I identified this one. It's just when you identify something, it doesn't tell you who owns it.
Mm-hmm.
Which item are you thinking of? Because all I'm thinking of is Thursday night's trident.
I was thinking of
The
the
cauldron.
cauldron.
Yeah,
Oh,
the,
right,
exis-
the
the
culture.
existential generator.
Yeah.
The existential generator, yes.
Yeah, oops. Oops, that one's a big
The
bad
one
one.
you- The one you used to break Pete.
Yeah, oops. Yeah, that one.
If you can't, you're never satisfied until a boy death happens. Whether that
I
be
wasn't
physical or
trying to
emotional.
kill him.
You killed him physically, and then when you couldn't have that, you killed him emotionally.
I was about to say your latest power move is to I handed you my backstory and was like, you fill in some of this thing. And what you said was, you kill the boy. And I went, oh, I killed the boy? And you're like, yeah, no, you killed the boy. Oh. Okay. I mean, game recognizes game. I kill the boy. I kill the boy.
I never thought about it till now. She killed your boy too, huh?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. And she used you to do it.
But I did it in the past.
Oh my god, I never thought about that.
It's a
That's
powerful move.
diabolical.
It's
That's
a powerful move.
diabolical.
No, like I'm all about it. This is fucking good. It made a lot of narrative sense, but I did kill a boy.
But not by your own volition.
Not my own
it's,
volition.
It's even
on,
funnier that it's because it's like it's funnier that you
Really?
did not have sentient control when you
Uh-huh.
did, or that was your first. That was
Yeah,
the
the
first
first
one.
sentient decision.
Really,
That was-
really, Sarah killed the boy. You were just the murder weapon.
I was the weapon.
Exactly. You were the
Killed
weapon.
the boy.
They were the weapon.
God Sarah whispered in Valor's ear, "Kill the boy."
And it was spoken into existence.
And
The
so
boy
it-
was dead.
So it was.
Such was her desire for boy murder.
I'm insatiable, truly insatiable.
Fuck.
Do we need to build a temple to Sarah in
Oh
the
my
Forgotten
goodness.
Realms so that boys
Sacrifice.
stop dying?
Better watch out, Sprite Pepsi's still around.
we need to start. We need to start sacrificing one preteen boy every year to appease Sarah.
You think
Otherwise,
one is
Oh my god.
Lillian? You
say.
think one is enough?
It's gonna need to be
one
like 3,
needs to
and
be
they're
enough.
gonna need to have narrative weight. You're gonna have to really Oliver Twist this boy.
Oh no! This is all episode content. This is all.
Oh yeah.
This ain't shit that we're gonna forget about later. Oh no. Okay.
Surgery
What is
part 2.
happening? Surgery.
Boogaloo.
Surgery is happening.
Second elective surgery in a week.
Yeah, doctor's not impressed with your decision making.
You
And
brought him a marble.
your
Okay,
body is not
You know what?
either.
I've
The
just
doctor's
thought
not
about
impressed
this.
with your decision making, Mr. President.
Wait. I've just thought about this. I've had a lot of time to think about this. I've had a lot of time to think about this. This is a stupid thing I'm doing.
hmm
This is a dumb thing.
Well, no. What you're
Wait.
doing is undumbing the thing.
No, wait, no.
No.
You don't understand. This is
Uh-huh.
a stupid thing I'm doing. We could just take the magic out of this thing without taking it out of my body.
Right,
I was
because
waiting
that's.
for you to come to that.
I didn't think
Conclusion.
about it.
I feel like that's a lot harder.
Doesn't it? I would say, doesn't it kind of depend on
You
the
have to
particular
wish.
power level?
I don't believe it's cursed, so I can unattune from it and not be connected to it anymore. And then we could just try and, I don't know, dispel magic on the damn
It
thing.
kind of feels like you won't be able to unattune from it.
If I can't, then I just need to get remove cursed or greater restoration. One of the two.
Sure.
Okay, so last minute surgery, no
That
go.
sort of assumes it's fairly bog standard magic item. This was
Yeah,
created
this
by.
is
It's an artifact of some
Yeah,
kind. I'm
uh-huh.
aware of
Yeah,
this.
see, artifact is kind of the key word.
currently bound to your like
My point is
nerves
that we
and
should
things.
try it. My point is that we should try
Absolutely,
it
if
before
you
we
would
yank
like
it
to
out of my
try this-
fucking face.
Yes.
Because I also
Absolutely.
assume. Okay, Ted, I also assumed this wouldn't work, but maybe we shouldn't assume things like this before I
is
go
like-
ripping it out of my head.
That is a fair
Yeah.
argument. 100%.
Okay, well, morning before
What have you
surgery,
done with pay?
Yeah, whoa.
I've gained perspective and self-respect. We were
Uh-huh.
talking about this yesterday. All right, before we go to the thing, let's try and explore some other options.
Mm-hmm.
How do you want to go about it?
I'm going to, at the end of my rest, try to unattune from it. How does that work out?
Yeah, that is not how that's gonna work.
Great, fantastic.
It makes a did it,
Yeah.
did it.
Little buzzing vibrate in your head.
Hey, Rassic.
Yeah, with it.
Do you want to try and help me out of tune from this thing with magic? I think it might be.
Yeah,
cursed.
sure. And Rezik takes his Moontouch scimitar out of its sheath.
Oh no, that's not what I meant.
That seems more efficient.
What that?
That's not at all what I meant.
I thought we need to remove it.
No. I'm trying to explore some other avenues first because I didn't really
Okay.
think about this. I was pretty out of sorts yesterday, given that I saw the eyes of God and they were angry.
Okay.
You know that thing you worry about all the time? It happened to me. It was terrible. Anyway,
Yeah, you probably shouldn't be involved with the gods.
yeah, I agree. I agree. But do you wanna? I don't know. I think the thing's cursed. I think I might have done got myself cursed.
Hmm,
Can you help me with that? Do you know anyone who can help me with that?
Well, I mean, I can certainly try and unmagic it. Let's see if that works.
All right.
Okay. You can try to roll a wisdom check.
Did it?
I will burn both of my tattoos of luck and of fate.
Okay.
In which case, I will burn a flash of genius.
For a total of 26.
Yes.
That is not enough.
Take my inspiration. Do it.
Alright, let's try it again. Nowhere to go from here. My tattoos are burnt.
31?
Mhm. 21? Wait,
31?
what?
31?
Trying to determine if that's how this is gonna work, because he rolled the dice for the other roll.
Oh, good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
I did not know that that is how it worked.
Well, we've never done it like that before,
That's
because we've never had a
fair.
bard, so we've never had bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
It's accurate. We've never had to worry about this ever.
Yeah, I think... Yeah, I think that it would be a 14. You
Is it
are...
not the same roll? No, because you re-rolled it with advantage. Stupid.
Let me try one more time. And
Why don't you,
I'm gonna upcast it.
to what level?
I got a 6th level slot.
I can give you fucking enhance ability. I don't know if that helps. Does it? Wisdom checks? It is a check, yes?
That would work. Just curious about... I want to give you guys another opportunity to try something else without wasting all this magic. Let me just read this. Because upcasting to a 6th level... Okay, so in theory, with your first 24 or whatever it was,
6.
26, that would account for what could be considered a 16th level spell.
Mm.
That's
Yeah.
that's what doing that check means.
So upcasting it won't help. 'Cause
Mhm.
that just lowers the floor.
That just
Or
means you don't
raises
have
the
to.
floor.
That raises the odds of you not having to do the check.
Just to 6th level, which we have long since surpassed.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I can't give you advantage.
Well, sure. Fuck it. Let's just cast it again at 3rd level then, and yeah, I guess I'll take. Do I get advantage from enhance ability? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so let's try that.
Fuck.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
Did it.
You're right.
Let's
Wait.
get a.
It does seem narratively appropriate.
It sure does.
Yeah. Can I get a.
I don't like that.
An Arcana check from Razik. Faye, you cannot help him in this because this is him understanding the use of his own magic, which is so different from yours.
Yes. I also my original assumption was that he was looking at the thing in my head, which I also cannot do.
Yeah, there's that. This is, from the little information you guys have about this, from what you've heard so far, what you understand of it, as an item not of this plane in order to destroy the source of its power, that effectively end the curse and render the object innate. Something that has the same or equal power to something that has created it or is capable of creating it must be the one to dispel the magic. It says
Sort of why I was suggesting it earlier.
your ability to manipulate the weave is limited in that degree. Hey, hon. Do you want to say hi?
My friend.
Yeah?
Moan speaks.
Wow.
Are you hungry? You want some milk? Yeah. Okay. Go get daddy. Alright, we're good. Okay, gang.
Well, it appears that this thing is now stuck in your body. But we did talk several nights ago, and it does not seem you're very attached to this body.
I don't. You know? Yeah. I guess that's an option. I guess.
On that, Razik, could you roll me another Arcana check? Or a nature check?
That's just a 5. I don't have. There's no reason I've got advantage on that.
Okay. A 5 isn't a lot, but a 5 might instill a little bit of confidence. Maybe something that you can use as reassurance. That the thing that Faye had been so concerned with, and that you have no way of actually knowing whether or not Faye's desire would manifest if you were to reincarnate her. You don't know whether or not what she wants would manifest the way she would expect. But you also have confidence in having seen it now, that when a spark is reignited and rebuilds itself and gives itself a body, it makes sense that it would try to make the right body for that person. Given the opportunity, that spark tries to make it right.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't love the idea of dying now that I'm kind of more in touch with myself. But
Yeah, it's a super bad idea.
I do like it more than the idea of a second surgery possibly resulting in a fatality. If that makes sense. I feel like I'd rather go by valor than like with a guy rooting around inside my head. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I've got to imagine there are easier and less painful ways to go than by valor.
I mean, that was my point. Yes, is that would be pretty grisly, and I still would prefer it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll go find Cora and ask her to brew up another concoction.
Oh gods.
Is that what you do? Hello? We all there?
Yeah, well, I'm going to find Cora to ask her to brew up another concoction.
Right, yeah. Sorry, yeah. June, you there?
It sounds like she's AFK.
Oh,
I have
yeah,
my
she
door
is.
open and I can hear downstairs.
Okay. Alright.
Sounds like she's doing something.
We can handle that in a bit. We'll check in on Valor and Oryx.
Yeah, actually, Valor would want to talk to Oryx. In Valor's way of just walking up, like leaning down at an awkward angle and staring at Oryx. I wish to converse.
Okay.
You are the leader. I have a complaint.
I am?
Yes.
Okay. What's wrong?
We have not made progress on finishing this quest.
True. Although I don't which quest specifically? Helping Waterdeep? Driving off the things in water, like what specifically?
I am not sure. I am here to help in this quest. We were to rid Waterdeep of the monster or the villains.
It's a little complicated, Valor. We know that there are things out there, but we don't know where. We don't know where specifically. Obviously, we know they're in the Sea Ward. We also don't know if we can act without creating more risk than we are resolving. We go charging into the Sea Ward, we may disrupt the plans that the Blackstaff and the other forces of Waterdeep are putting into motion. I agree that I don't like sitting around. But right now, without a plan, if we go charging off, there's a very good chance that we end up doing more harm than good.
Then how long will we wait?
I wish I had a solid answer for you. We only went to the Blackstaff yesterday, so I would say if we don't hear anything by the end of today, maybe tomorrow, even if we don't do something here, there are other enemies. We know where we can find out where Kalamazarak is. He might be Decanter's last surviving known ally that we have on the list. Decker and Leander killed the last hag.
I am conflicted.
About?
I wish to help in your hero's quest, but I am growing impatient for its end. They do not talk of this part in the stories.
I'm gonna have to actually find some of these stories you talk about at some point. I don't think I've ever. I certainly didn't read them in the Grey Peaks, and anyway, yeah, there's planning is a very, very time-consuming and unsettling part of any campaign, I'm afraid. When I met the Centurions and they helped me, we planned for several weeks before we actually went into the Grey Peaks, before we went into the lair, and it was difficult. So all I can say is I can say have patience, but that's way easier said than done. But we'll get there. We'll get this done.
Do you still require my assistance?
Valor, we will always welcome your assistance.
Not welcome. I welcome your company. It is not required.
Is there something you'd rather be doing right now? I mean, I know you want to help out in this hero's story, but if the hero's story were all done, what would you do?
I will go to the boy prophet. A new imperative has been formed, centered on a promise to him. I will be his ward.
You will be his protector?
Yes. A life of service.
Well, that is a very noble pursuit, but right now I think the safest that you can make him, the best way that you can protect him, you're right, is to clear the threat here in Waterdeep. This is supposed to be one of the safest places in the world, but it's under attack, although the fact that they're holding position in the Sea Ward means he's safe enough for now.
I
I'd like to
intend to
tell
take
you-
him to Temorden.
You know, for a long time I questioned how Temorden stayed so safe. They have no soldiers, no walls, no defenses, but I definitely think that's probably a little safer than here.
It is Decker's mothers. They are clearly very powerful.
I think it's
It
more
would
than
be
that.
safe there.
I think it's more than just them. The people in Temorden care and look out for each other. This is a very large place with very large defenses, the walking statues, powerful wizards, but when we arrived the first time, there were citizens dying on the road to diseases that we cleared up in a few days. A city of this size should be able to take care of its people. They shouldn't have to depend on us chancing by them.
That sounds correct. I do not wish you or this group to die. I will stay for now. I do not offer an ultimatum. I will say that 7 days, is this acceptable? To see meaningful progress begun. I will not leave at the conclusion of 7 days. But if 7 days has passed and we have not done anything,
if we haven't heard from the Blackstaff in 2, today and tomorrow, we should definitely all discuss what our next plan is. Because I agree. I can't sit around much longer than that while this is all continuing.
It sounds like we have an accord then. Valor will put one hand out. I will follow your leadership still. Is this acceptable?
Rix will shake his big ol' hand.
You must lead the others, however. They are unfocused.
I will do my best. But truth be told, I may lead the Centurions, but ever since I've become leader, we've been a group of one. I'm not really sure how to lead people.
I do not know how to lead people either. But you do it very often and well. Continue doing what you do, and it should not be a problem.
Let's hope. What
Valor
do-
does a very mechanical nod.
Do you have any concept of how long ago you were in the tower? It was, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago maybe for me that I was there the last time with a delivery for Decanter before this.
I do not recall. Judging by the state of the past frames, multiple lifetimes, perhaps.
And at some point, Blue Dragon nested there before. Really, we should try to find out more about that tower. Maybe there's a reason that they went there specifically.
I would be interested to know. But it fills me with some trepidation.
June, are you back yet?
Oh, sorry, I didn't post back. My bad.
Oh,
Back
you're
to
fine.
This whole conversation.
Oh no, you're fine. Razik is looking for you.
Yeah. I'd probably be like, yeah.
Hello, Cora.
Oh, hey, Razik.
Yeah, you know that concoction that you created, so that you could prepare your body to become Cora.
The poison.
Yeah. We're gonna need another batch of that.
Oh, who's getting killed?
Well, it seems that the thing that Faye put in her face is super magical and super bad, and we can't seem to get it out. So instead, we're gonna get her out.
Cora kind of, her face twists into a bunch of expressions at once. Have you tried surgery?
Well, Faye said she didn't want to do surgery. She said she'd rather have Vala smash her head open.
That seems.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Yeah. Whatever. Sure.
Do you think you can talk some sense into her?
I look at look at Razik with probably the most like deadpan look.
Goes right over
No,
his head.
no, Razik. But if it means anything to you, I can try. Do you think she'd be responsive?
I don't know. I told her it was a dumb idea, but these are the ideas I have. I couldn't unmagic the thing, um, and I can't get that thing out of her face. So the only other thing I can do is get her out of that body.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. All right. Where is she?
I believe she's upstairs.
All right. I'll go and find Faye. I knock and then open the door. Hey. You doing okay?
Yeah. Yeah, what's up?
You want to kill yourself for a new body.
A little bit, yeah.
Uh,
Although, it's not really a desire so much as a last option, because the other option is that I make a god friend real quick. And if you'll remember, my previous one has bailed on me.
There's the option of surgery? I feel like we're skipping over that one.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I'll just be out of commission for a few days while the city burns.
Tell me one decent lead we've gotten in the past few days.
Tell me one reason why it won't suddenly turn into a crisis sometime in the next 24 hours. That will
That's-
require our immediate attention. Like everything
Yeah.
else we've ever dealt with.
I mean, you were out of commission a few days. What's the difference between that and this?
That was before we had contacted the Blackstaff. The Blackstaff could get in contact with us in the hour, and we could be expected to do something that will save the world, and I don't want to be laying on a hospital bed in pain while you guys have to go out on your own and possibly die without me.
Okay. Then
I don't know if I've told you this, but you're what I've got. I had you guys and the Raven Queen, and the Raven Queen saw that it was getting rough and decided to bail. So I've got you guys. I mean, I have a mom and a sister, but they're not like family. They're just blood. I'm not gonna. I can't. I can't let you die.
and so cool. Why aren't you dead yet then?
Rathic said he was gonna go find you for poison. I think.
Oh yeah, that was just for me framing my own death. You can just have Valor cave your skull in. Probably be easy. Sorry.
I have a firearm. Wouldn't that be messy?
She Cora looks around and kind of nods. Yeah, I mean, probably less pain, weirdly gross than just like. I'm not going to tell you how the experience goes. You'll just see, I guess. It doesn't hurt, I don't think.
Okay, but my point previously, won't that be messy? Also, we're still gonna have to like do something with my body. We can't just have a dead body around.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's not. You can just cremate it, I guess.
I don't know why you're talking to me. I will be dead.
Well, no, you're gonna have to deal with cleaning up your body because it's not like you're turning it in
Okay,
for a
then I
profit.
opt to not be a pile of mush.
Well, okay, sure. I can concoct you something. Do you really want to do this?
Unless you have a better option.
Razik already tried taking the
He sure
magic out of
did.
it, right?
We collectively did, yes. And his conclusion was only something as strong as what made it could take it apart. So, unless you got any god buddies up your sleeve.
I don't.
Demons?
Nope. We're I feel like we already established that my patron and demons really don't like each other.
It was a joke.
Huh. Okay. Yeah. Did you find anything you liked while you were out doing your consultations?
Yeah. Turns out there's a whole religion for people like me that I just never knew about.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's kind of that for everyone.
It would seem that way.
All right. Well, if you really want to do this, I'll gather the materials and we can let you do the thing.
All right. I think it was 100 gold for the components.
Yeah. One second though. I mean, fuck. This is the only thing about my character is I forget that I am a magic user who's not trained in any sort of magic. Feels warlock, folks. But I was gonna try and like at least ask the question if no, it's just the artifact. Never mind. Yeah, you're good. Okay, so 100 gold for the components.
And a poisoner's kit check.
All right.
I don't know if a good poison or a bad poison is worse in this case.
Good poison.
Good poison is so
well-
much better.
Bad poison make you puke.
Yeah.
While
Bad
this
poison
is
doesn't
going
kill
on,
you.
Razik will find Valor and Oryx and inform them of this nonsense.
As
Very
I'm
poison.
We just did this yesterday.
as I'm making this, I'm going to like kind of turn to Faye while things are like burning and distilling and say, "Hey, didn't you shit talk me for doing this like yesterday?"
Sorry. You had better options.
I raise my eyebrow at her, but don't say anything.
You are being pursued because of something you did. I tried to help my friends and got bit in the ass because I jumped on it too fast, like I jumped on everything too fast because I don't care about my safety enough. And I've realized that that's a mistake. But, like, come on. This is not something I could live with. Literally, it will kill me.
Something I did. And also implying that the thing that I was being pursued by wouldn't kill me, as it literally did.
It did because you let it. But I don't want to have this conversation right now.
Yes, I let the dagger run into... All right.
All right. you shove the toxin towards Faye.
Yeah.
And presuming she takes it soon, in less than an hour, Faye dies.
Go dig my own grave in the graveyard.
That's weird.
Sure is.
If
Having
you
a
go
weird
there,
day, Sarah.
there will be, if you go to the graveyard, there will be gravekeepers who will prevent you from doing that, because that is what
Oh.
necromancers do.
It sure is.
Huh.
It sure is, isn't it?
Look, we can bury you afterwards.
But
Yeah.
if you wish to be buried in the graves, like in the graveyard, is that what you want?
It's what's convenient.
Okay, that is going to cost 5 gold to do so.
Sure. Paid.
Yep. And then this gets done. Razik, do you have slots for this?
I do.
Okay, cool. Let's roll a D100.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Who's doing it?
It's gotta be Faye. That's the rules.
I have to.
That's the rules. It can't be Razik's responsibility.
This makes me feel a deep amount of anxiety.
I've got a table all ready.
47. Yeah,
Oh no.
that sounds right.
I'm so
I've been
happy.
having a bad couple days, y'all.
I really hope it
I'm
is a
so
forest gnome.
happy. No, I hope it's a fucking lizard folk. Give
Oh,
it to me.
It better be a couple.
Everybody just goes back to lizard folk when Razik does it. That's actually the thing.
we
Like,
think it's random.
Yeah,
It's-
with a fucking N of 2, that's just how it works now. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's totally random.
I don't have any control over it.
Yeah.
Right. It turns out Razik's just a big bad, and he's going around convincing everybody to let him
Lizard folk
reincarnate
army.
him as lizard
Setting up
folk.
a franchise. Is it lizard folk?
He's doing religious conversions with
Against him, he's not killing anyone.
It's
Yeah,
fucking lizard folk,
They
isn't
have
it?
to choose it. They have to choose it, or it's not right.
On the one hand, Faye, what you were hoping to be the case is the case. You are assigned a female body. You're also assigned a half-orc body.
Oh, yes!
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
You're damn right I am. You're damn right.
Oh,
You traitor, Faye. You're a
Razik can only
tall
do
race
green.
now.
Razik can only do green. How is Ava gonna carry you, you scrub?
Thrown off.
She's not going to.
Thrown off the balance.
We've traded 1 for 1.
Faye's no longer my friend. Cora's my friend now.
Yikes.
Sorry. What did she get?
Half-orc?
I got half work. I'm proficient in intimidation now, guys.
Oh, fun.
Oh boy. Man, that does
man.
kick ass, don't it? All right.
How you feeling, Faye?
So strength and constitution, huh?
Yeah, it's not as good. You hate to see it.
Bigger is how she's feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, I could work with this.
Is the thing out of her eye?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Feels good to see an stereoscopy again.
Yeah. Two working eyes are good.
Oh, that is saved so quickly. I'm
Mhm.
using that immediately for something else.
It's very
Thank
good.
you.
And
So, Fade, you still have all your memories?
Yeah.
So that means you still have all of my memories,
Yeah.
and Vala's and Oryx.
Mhm.
And I know you just been through some stuff, but since you have all of Vala's memories and all of Oryx's memories, um, what do you remember about that place in the Grey Peaks?
Which one?
Well, the one that they both have in common, where Vala was born and where Oryx, first saw, and then we battled Decanto.
Different. I didn't live an objective version of the truth. I lived memories. I remember what they remember.
I think it's weird that such an important place to both of those people turned out to be the same place.
Yes.
That's where Pete and Decker and Leander all died there.
Why are you asking me about this?
Well, you're the only one I know that had all of our memories, and so I thought you might have some special insight into the location that seems so important to all of us.
Insight like what?
Or I don't know, if I knew what the insight was, then I would not be asking you. But if there's no insight, that's okay.
I can tell you what it was like, but the only sharp parts, the only parts I can really remember now that time has passed, is the pain. I don't so much remember what it was like to stand in front of Decanter as I do remember how it felt. And it was harrowing.
Well, I guess it's a good thing that we took care of that then.
I agree. That shouldn't have to happen to anyone.
No, well, seems like your brain is working about as well as it was beforehand. That's a good sign.
Is that an underhanded compliment?
No, it's an objective statement of fact.
Okay, Razzik.
Let's go say hi to everybody.
Hey,
Zira is not there.
Cora, I think you mean?
Sorry,
Excuse me.
Cora. Yeah, Zira isn't there either, but Cora also has not. Cora watched you die and then left.
There for the worst part, huh? Cool.
Worse? Don't you mean best?
Yeah. Fucking sadist.
You are much taller.
That is accurate. I don't know exactly how much taller I am yet. I think I'm gonna roll for it.
Feels good.
Please be a giant. Like 6'4". Come on. Now just down a rabbit hole of half-orc artificer, female D&D Google image search.
I'm glad you guys are doing this for me because I'm currently doing.
Oh
it.
yeah, I'll just
What's everybody else up to? If they're doing anything.
As I come down with Faye, with half orc Faye, whoever's there, I'll just announce. Yeah. If it's at all possible, I would like to speak with everyone this evening.
Yeah.
Sure. Rather.
Okay, we will meet here in the garden of Falcon Meal.
Sundown. Do you have a particular time?
Oh no, I'll be here. Sundown's fine. Or earlier, or later. But we'll meet here.
Do you mind if I wait with you?
Oh no, that'd be very nice.
Okay. If nothing else is happening,
After Faye dies, I'd like to kind of take a stroll around the city, and I think just my day activity, I guess, is going to be kind of walking by where taking a look at the blockade between the guard and the plant horrors are.
are you looking for anything specific?
Just want to see if there's anything strange going on, to see how well the accounts match up, and if there are any guards on break, or just not, kind of taking 5 because nothing's happening. Like to ask them what's going on, or what they have seen. Just kind of gather information about accounts, and if they've peeked behind the wall of blights.
While here, there are guards who are standing at attention, but there is no tension in the air. You also see Jaren here on the streets, and very cautiously and slowly moving her hand along the growth, the plant growth, the invading roots and briars and barbs, and subtly working to push them back towards the pit. And
Okay.
Hmm?
Oh, no, go ahead.
Anything else you can learn is that there have been no one has crossed any lines as far as anyone can, as far as the people here know, no one has crossed either direction. And it is very it is obvious that some members of the Enclave, now that most folks have been, the most who have been displaced have been set somewhere, either in Taymorden or in Falconmere, are here trying to push the wall back without being noticed.
I'll probably ask either so are there people from the Enclave here helping, as well as Jarenth? Because I'll probably ask them, as well as the guards, if there has been any word from what the Blackstaff is doing, why the Guardians haven't been activated, things like that. Any sort of gauge on what the status of this invasion is.
The Guardians have not been activated because it was not an outer threat invasion. Something happened inside what appeared to them, to the nature of their alarm system, as a natural disaster. And their movement in that instance, it takes a great amount of actual threat to merit using them because of the collateral damage that them even moving through town amounts to.
And the rest of the army haven't been deployed. Is there a reason for that?
Mostly to assuade the appearance of a counterstrike. And the Blackstaff has an intention. She is working on a particular type of magic that might be effective against forcing the invaders back and down, but that requires some effort. It's severe spell modification. More or less, the bubble that exists that prevents draconic entrance, she is working on altering to have a broader effect, but also a smaller area.
All right. Has there been any sort of has anybody that I talked to have they cited any illithids, or have they been mostly towards the inside?
Everyone you can see has only been out here. There's rumor, though, of attempting to get together some folks who can enter secretly and get an idea of what actually is happening down below. But that order has yet to be executed.
Can I try and get in on that?
You could, but that would require taking audience, speaking with the Blackstaff.
Okay, gotcha. Well, then I'll probably either leave that with Jarenth or the Enclave that... Well, I guess they don't know me, right?
No.
My reputation doesn't precede me anymore. Good and bad. Well, I guess I'll mosey on back.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else anyone needs to get done during this time?
While Faye and Razik are taking Faye's old body to be buried, Oryx is going to try to find her way back to that little ramshackle hidden church.
Okay. Yeah, you can get back there. A little bit of wandering. As it gets later, they are not as active, but they are still the House of Good Cheer, so... She returned.
I'm looking specifically for the gnome that sat down and was talking to me.
He comes to speak with you again. Yeah. Is everything right?
That's sort of what I would like to know. You
looked at me weird when I said I was just a kobold, and I was getting weird looks other places. I know that kobolds with wings are rare enough, but I feel like there's probably something that you understand that I don't.
The first sentence you offer leaves him with a stunned and a little bit of an embarrassed expression. And he just says, I apologize. I thought you were in disguise. There is you shine.
I will assume that you don't mean my scales.
Not exclusively, but you have a radiance. You are marked as someone who has been blessed or assigned or called.
Call to what?
On occasion, there are creatures that are predetermined by the gods as chess pieces. They often have a peculiar appearance. Yours is still somehow different. There's been opportunity on occasion for mortals to interact with the divine directly in very palatable ways, often with the gods taking forms that can be witnessed by mortal eyes. You have the appearance of one such form.
Strange. I can't say I've dealt with gods, as far as I know. We went to Elysium once, but I didn't meet anyone there.
You've been to Elysium.
Yes, we all went through Elysium on the way to a battle was, and on the way back. No, we've only been through one. No, twice. Yeah, twice.
And you haven't encountered other things there. You've intrigued me. Give me one moment. And he goes and retrieves a piece of paper and a pen and sits next to you again and says, I must know more about who you are, if you wouldn't mind.
There's not a lot to tell. I've only been outside of I've only been outside my old caves for a few months, but she will sit down and go through
And
basically her story till I do need to leave before sunset. I have an appointment.
he nods, and he's scribing down a lot of things. And he says, and these kobolds that you've assisted in the fields ward, and your others, the members of your old tribe,
Yes.
Do
Tox
they?
and Misa.
Yes. I do believe it is possible that a mortal, granted the power and strength of the divine, and supported by faith in followers or some such clergy, it is possible for those of such influence to be elevated beyond a mortal state by sheer power of their followers, for lack of a better term, their believers.
That is a lot to think about.
To think that such a comparatively small number of kobolds could in any way cause you to have an aura such as I can see, and as you said, others evidently could. That is a loyal band.
Thank you. The sun is low. I need to go, but I think you've been helpful. Thank you.
He nods. And everyone gathers for Razik's talk.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for meeting me.
Hey.
It's been surprisingly eventful time since we have done away with the canto, and there are many issues that have been on my mind. The first of which is the issue of Leander. Unlike Cora and Faye, his transition, his revival, was to a form that is very different than his original form, and he seems to be having some difficulty making that transition. And I feel some responsibility to assisting him with that transition, both because I am the one who reincarnated him, and also because I am a lizard folk. However, I don't have the time to. I cannot spend every moment with Leander. I have obligations to all of you, so I have contacted Merrick, and she is on her way to the city. And although she does not understand entirely, she does understand that there's a new lizard folk, and you know, although I do have childcare experience, she has experience as a tribe leader of lizard folk, and so she has agreed to sort of take Leander under her wing and help with his adjustment period. But that she is not comfortable, however, doing that here in Waterdeep, even here in Falconmere, So it begs the question of where, um, and that is when my mind turns to um, Decanter's lair and all those uh, petrified beings that we saw there. Um, I've spoken with all of you about it, but I think um, it's probably best that we at least start with the kobolds and um, bringing them back. Oryx, I know you seem to recognize some of them, which gives me some confidence that they will not be trouble right out of the gate. But I don't think that Mirik and Leander will be enough to sort of hold down that fort while I am here or I am in between here and there. So I've also contacted Rolst, who, as best as I can tell, appears to be on his way to the city as well. The message I have given him is that there is trouble here in Waterdeep and beyond, and that we could both use his help. And also, there are options for him if he has been displaced from his tribe in the Trollbank. As I said, I believe he is on his way. Furthermore, I have tried to look in on Bren, but have not been successful with that. So I have asked you to meet me here because I think I have taken this endeavor just about as far as I can on my own, and I would appreciate your help in getting people out to that area of the Grey Peaks that has been so important to so many of us, and trying to establish a waypoint and a system by which we can both hold that land and start unfreezing some of those frozen souls.
Razzik, we never went back through and cleared out all the soldiers in that maze.
I'm well aware of that, but I believe that myself and Leander and Merrick can certainly do that if no one else is interested or willing.
I will definitely assist you, Razzik. Are you looking to start this after we've... When? Are you waiting to hear from the Blackstaff? Is this... I mean, I don't know how long it will take them to get here.
I don't know either. I don't have any real way of communicating with them in real time, but I know that when Merrick gets here, I'm going to have to arrange to meet her outside of Waterdeep. She will not be coming inside. And so my presumption is that once she is here, at the very least, Leander and I will go out and meet her. And it is my intention that at that point we will head out to that location, probably right where we encountered Decanter, and just walk our way backwards and clear out what's left of that tower.
All right.
And what of the Waterdeep problem?
Well, I anticipate that clearing out the tower and making it the location relatively safe to stay in will only take a day or so. After which, I will leave them there, and I, along with whoever else accompanies me, will come right back here. Ideally, I would be able to secure a sending stone or something to leave with them. But if not, I will also inform Agnes and Vivian, as well as whomever we can in Lork. Those being the two closest encampments.
Sure. I'm gonna need to get kitted up before I be going out.
I need to go to. There are probably some answers there that, and definitely some people I've been ignoring for too long. So if you're going to go by there at any point, I will. I know we have time. You said I was actually going to ask you if you could take me there sooner, but I can.
Oh, I'm sure we can get there sooner. My main challenge right now is trying to understand both where Mirik and Rolst are. I know Mirik is on her way. I'm fairly certain that Rolst is on his way. Although I do not know that Rolst would be interested in that location more so than trying to assist and potentially gain entry to Waterdeep. We still have that promise to fulfill for him. And I have not had any success in looking in or communicating with Bryn. So if anyone has any ideas as to how to engage in more regular communication with these individuals, that would be a huge help.
I have traced the gem, which I have taken out of my old head.
To like sell?
No, just to keep. To remind me of my very bad mistake.
Okay.
Keepsake, baby. Anyway, not one that won't, make him batshit insane.
Yeah, we're going to steer clear of that.
Yeah. Figured as much.
The other issue that I do not have an answer to is how to go about raising the funds that will be necessary to unpetrify all these people.
I've got a little bit of scratch.
How much is necessary?
Well, I do not know. I don't believe that we have a full count of all of the statues that are there, but that'll be one of the primary things that we need to do once we have cleared that space out.
Let us first focus upon clearing it out and then dealing with the problem here. Then you can resolve the matter of currency.
That sounds
I
like a
agree
wise
with that.
order of events.
I will assist with clearing this place out. In exchange, however, I would like someone to assist me in securing and investigating the workshop.
I could do that.
That shouldn't be difficult.
Then I will assist.
Well, it sounds like several of us have unfinished business out in that direction.
Do you want me to stay as like the point of contact? I can get just a sending stone between the two of us, or rather, me and the party, and I can.
There's no need for that. I own a sending stone. In fact, the other end of it is with a retainer. I could retrieve the other one.
Question still stands. I can gather intel, maybe get an audience with the Black Staff while you're gone.
Well, it sounds like we have a couple days before this is thing anyway, right? Or are we going to leave immediately to clear it?
At the very least, I'm gonna need a morning. I need clothes and armor and whatever else doesn't fit anymore.
Yes, my original intention was not to leave at least until Merrick gets here. Ideally, I will have been able to communicate with Rost before then to see if we should await his arrival as well. So we have several days, maybe as much as a week. The people at Falconmere have been kind enough to say that they will look after Leander during that time.
Then perhaps we can take steps towards resolving this Waterdeep problem in that time.
I damn hope so. Getting tired of sitting around.
Indeed.
Razik, how much does it take out of you to... You brought us home through the trees. How much does that take out of you?
Unfortunately, I'm only able to do that once a day, though. Any trip that we take that via that method of transport is going to have to at least be an overnight trip. If you require getting to Lork before we leave for Decanter's former destination in the Grey Peaks, I believe
Fallen Lands.
in the Fallen Lands, I believe we could. I could be ready to go as early as tomorrow.
Unless anyone needs me here, I would appreciate that. I will need to go find Decker. I asked her. And anyone who wants to go is welcome. Just...
Bela, how far away is your sister? And the boy prophet?
I would say probably 2 to 3 days up the road out north.
Too long. Okay.
Okay, what's the step for right now? What are the things that you guys need to do?
I gotta buy equipment.
Yeah, I was about to say short term, Bela kitted up.
Mhm.
Phelan dressed would be a good
Yeah,
start.
well, yeah, that's a start.
Clothes would
Appropriate
be
dress.
nice. Is one thing about that. I would borrow some from someone, but nope.
A little tall.
A little big for that.
Uh-huh.
Valor's the
The
only
the only person who even is close in size is Razik, and he's been naked for weeks.
one.
Yeah.
He don't wear no clothes.
Yeah, he don't
Valor
got
don't
no
wear no
clothes.
clothes.
Don't got
What
no
about
clothes.
Zira's old stuff? Huh?
I
There's
do
a
have some.
stuff was
Yeah.
on
I do have
Zero.
some. I do have
Zero-
some old pelts.
Old pelts. Pretty good.
I might need to loincloth it up to go shopping, or else send someone out for me.
Shopping trip take 2.
A shopping trip too.
We can bring Decker along again. She's always looking for a reason to get out.
She's also doesn't have terrible taste. She just doesn't care about wearing anything too nice herself because she knows she's gonna get it dirty.
Does
Fuck it up,
does
yeah.
flannel exist by now?
If it did, Decker would exclusively be wearing flannel.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, that's-
She's wearing
pretty
the
sure.
equivalent, which is just a tank top undershirt.
that's
Yeah.
fair.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was curious about.
Yeah. Okay. I'm writing down a timeline of things though. Like, what is we're clothing now, because clothing can be done now. Tomorrow morning, do you guys have intention of leaving tomorrow morning? And if you are, where are you going and who's going?
If we're leaving in the morning, I need other new gear. I don't know if we can also get that shopping done now. I'm not gonna be fight ready till I can buy some armor and a shield.
That could be done like in the morning, but okay. So I wanna. What is happening tomorrow?
Okay.
Let's do that.
Mhm.
Are we gonna clear out them boys tomorrow? It feels like it'd be good to just do that sooner rather than later.
I mean, I suppose it couldn't hurt.
Yeah, I'm good either way with clearing the tower.
It feels like since we don't actually have any other immediate goals in this one, like might as well just happen before we even get in contact with the people who are coming to arrive, and then we can just do a second sweep.
Yeah, I mean,
Minutes,
Yeah,
whenever
it's
we're-
possible that with Decanter dead, whatever was left there left.
It
it's
is
fair.
possible.
There's no
I
real
suppose-
reason to stick around when the boss is dead.
That option is basically just finishing that thread before we move on to another one. Because we ran to Waterdeep, you know, because we knew shit was going to hell.
But
But-
then it turns out shit is going to hell relatively
Yeah.
slowly.
Yeah, they're in a holding pattern currently. At least the Black Staff kind of has it under control.
Did we alert the Black Staff that they are doing some sort of summoning circle?
She's aware.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think we basically gave them every bit of information we had.
Okay, great.
Mm.
Including the fact that the Bragan Darth is raging an all-out war in fucking Skullport.
So,
Might not be information that they have.
Orcs wants to go to Lork?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Lork
Can
is
we get the overland?
you can in 4 days.
No, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Can we get the overland map?
Yeah,
That's
we
what I
will.
meant.
the map.
Yeah. It is not a very good scale, but it'll help us. Okay, so we've
Yeah, I
got
mostly just need east-west.
we've got Fallen Lands up here, Decanter's tower being in the northern, like mid northern sector. It is about, if you recall, a day and a half from the Dragon's Lair, which is about here, in the Grey Peaks, to Decanter's Lair. So we got a day and a half there, and then it's a day and a half from the temple that you guys found, which is about here in the Grey Peaks, to Lork. So we're talking 3 to 4 days walking.
Okay.
So basically, in every circumstance, it's better just to wait the day and use transport via plans.
Yes, it definitely is.
I mean, that's
Right.
going to always be true of teleportation magic, pretty much.
Right.
Question: the part of the Grey Peaks that collapsed,
Yes.
which part is that? Is that
Right. That.
Okay. So not the old lair, but still between it and Lork.
So yeah, if the Lork thing has to happen, then theoretically the order here is Fallen Lands clear the tower, then probably by then, possibly Razik will have to talk to, I forgot her name, Mirk, and maybe Rolst by then. But at that point, I guess in the time after that, you would either have Razik try to take you to Lork, I assume.
Yeah, I believe Razik said he's got a week. So if we, he's expecting about a week before Merrick or Rolst arrive. If we go straight to the Fallen Lands, clear out that tower.
That still leaves.
Probably 4 or 5 days.
Gives me plenty of time, yeah, to
Because he can do it
do
one.
what else we need.
He can make the hop once per day, basically.
Yep.
So when you went to Lork, I suppose then would some of us stay back to investigate, like the tower or the workshop?
We could certainly do that. We could do it any number of ways. We could,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, my intuition, right, tells me that clearing this place out in the Fallen Lands, right, is not going to be super complicated.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I tend to think that Ted's onto something with regards to, like, people probably just fucked off.
Yeah, certainly all the mind flayers would just leave.
Right.
If anything was
Not
around,
that-
it might be them, because
Knock on
they're,
wood.
they're the
Eh, we'll fuck them up.
Well, there's also the question, if there are mind flayers around, is it worth trying to capture any of them alive? But regardless, there's not going to be much around, and we're going to wipe the floor with the place relatively quickly, is my gut instinct.
Yeah.
Certainly, it's not something that's going to take multiple days, regardless, whatever's there. Like, and so if we clear it out in a day, right, that means we can either spend the rest of that day or the next day doing whatever investigation we need there, or some people can stay and investigate, and whoever needs to go to Lork, I can take over to Lork and then just jump back. I think that part we can sort of play by ear,
Yeah.
depending on what we find.
Depending on how straightforward it ends up actually being, or not being, as the
Right.
case may be. Okay. And then,
That's fair.
how much time do you anticipate your Lork trip taking?
It's probably a day trip.
Okay. Just,
Probably.
Check it.
I mean, I just need to talk.
I mean, either way, every trip is theoretically a day trip, so you will be there a day.
Oh shit, I need to test my cleric powers.
I mean, there's other stuff around Lork that I'd like to do that's usually within a day.
Hmm.
So,
I think the real trick with the Lork trip, though, is do you want Decker on this trip?
at least to Lork.
Right. So we're going to have to either
She'll
bring
have
her to the Fallen Lands with us, right, or figure
Mhm.
out some other order of things.
Yeah.
I mean, she'll go to the Fallen Lands. That's something you can ask her. That's not a problem. She's not.
Is she allowed to go to the Fallen Lands? In her
She's-
recovery schedule?
You think that anyone is going
was
to
about
be
to
able
say,
to stop her?
What do you mean allowed? She's allowed to do whatever Decker allows herself to do.
She's been
Yeah.
she's been
Oh.
trying to play very nice about trying to not do things the past couple of days, and that has not been fun.
Yeah, that's great. Razik just won't transport anybody to the Fallen Lands then.
Yeah, I suppose. Decker can walk through plants, right?
No.
No?
No.
No.
I don't know what Decker's levels are.
She's what, like a
She's a-
ranger of some kind?
Yeah, she's a ranger of some
She's
Okay.
she has like
She
she has
hits people with a stick.
yeah, she has hit people with the stick magic.
Yeah.
She knows.
Because, like,
the
it could be a
shillelagh
druid
cantrip.
thing.
She knows the animal messenger cantrip. That's it, as far as we know.
Okay, I mean, at the moment, I think we know at least, like, what our next 2 moves are. Which is probably sufficient for now. Or at
Yeah.
least sufficient to give you prep.
Mm-hmm.
Just out of curiosity, what does happen if I try to use my cleric powers now that I have the thing out of me?
Nothing.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, you're
I
gonna
did
need to
talk
get a
lot of
new
shit.
one.
I did talk a lot of shit.
You should go with the dancing one.
She deserved it, though.
The
I
dancing
don't
one
regret it.
seems like it kicks ass.
The dancing one does probably
Yeah.
kick ass.
You probably get light domain. It's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Or life, maybe. Oh, probably life.
That's the one what
Immunity.
Pete's got.
Okay. If that's the plan, then that's what we'll get started with right at the beginning of next week.